Hello, friends. How are we? Oh, tis but a chill day, friends. Tis but a chill day. But welcome in. I appreciate you guys. Hi. It is very low key. Very just look. It's a Sunday. It's just more just like a acknowledgement of like it's crazy. It's been that long. That's basically it. That's it. That's it. That's where we land. So, we'll have fun. But I appreciate you guys being here early. Hello, friends. I say early. I'm late. I had to feed those things that like walk around my house. It was crazy, man. Feed us. Oh my God, I'm so hungry. Whatever. All right, let me wipe off my glasses. I can't see anything. They're filthy. Feeding Josie. No, 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 not Josie. The other ones. The ones that walk on 2 feet. Those ones. Those ones ask for a lot. The dogs, no, no, no. My children. Yeah, my children. Give her a scratch. I will. I will, that little turd. Juju. Thank you for the biddies, friend. Been a part of the amazing community for almost 2 years. Thank you for being. I appreciate you, friend. Thank you, guys. I thought you were talking about Pam. No, not Pam. You know what's really funny? I put it back there just as a joke. There's a balloon here. You can't see it. I brought. I can't put it in. Fuck it. It's kind of a joke of just like it's a chill like little thing. So I just put a balloon. It wouldn't stay. So I don't want it to pop on me. So. Oh God. Oh, it went rogue. Hold on. God. It won't stay. I'm gonna hold it like behind me because I don't want static electricity. I might have to put it outside my room. Miss Dangerously, thank you for the subs, friend. Give it to Pam. I don't have any tape. I could go get some tape and tape it to her arm or something. Like if I'm like this, she could be holding it, but Josie might pop it. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to scare the crap out of her. Do I have like a wait? Oh, wait, I have an idea. Hold on. That'll do. The tape is gonna make it pop, so I clamped it to her hand. Look, you can't really see it. Hold on. I'm trying to. There we go. It's very subtle, but we got it. But hi, friends. How are we doing? Clipped one of those birthday balloons to my wife the other day at Walmart. Oh my God. So, technically speaking, is that page no 7? Could be if you want it to be. Technically speaking, it was the end of March, but there was so much going on. I just honestly, it slipped my mind, and I was like, son of a bitch, totally forgot. Alias, thank you for the subs, friend. Thank you so much. Had to pop in quick. Hey, Red Wolf, good to see you. Nod, hello, hello. Oh, I got it. What I consider my streamiversary, to me personally, that to me is when I got affiliate on Twitch. That's to me my streamiversary. Some people might say their literal first stream. I don't, because for me, when I first started streaming, it wasn't like, all right, let's go. We're streaming. Let's do this. It was more like I'm just streaming because someone told me to so they could watch me play games. I wasn't streaming to like try to forward myself with streaming. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Kristen, thank you for the 2 months. Cyber, thank you for the biddies. You know what I mean? When I became an affiliate, that was the moment where I said, okay, I'm going to start taking this a little bit more seriously. Like, I'm going to put some more effort in. I'm going to start trying to post content places to like really step it up. That was for me when I became an affiliate. So that was the end of March in 2019, right before COVID. Yeah. I don't even know what I did for, well, that's what I'm saying. Like the first one for me was just like, those were throwaways. It was just go live. But the affiliate one, I was like, okay, this is, yeah, now we're stepping it. Now we're stepping it up. Thank you, old school. May this ride last as long as you want it to. I hope it lasts a long, long time, man. I have zero plans to go anywhere. So we shall see. Thank you guys. I do appreciate it. So next year, I'll try to be better about it, making sure that it's the end of March and not near the end of April. I'll do my best. Breaks over. Oh my God, that was so fast. They like sit there and count to 60. Jesus. Hey, Ghost, what's up? I know we are very close to, I know there's a lot going on. I know. All right, I need to add some text to this before I post this. If you didn't get a chance to see the granny stream, there is a video live right now with said granny things. I'm not saying you got to watch it. I'm just saying that it exists. There's a few games on there, some granny v granny action, if you will, if I may. We won't elaborate, but just take it what it is. Carrie, hello, friend. Cozy Faz, man. Yeah. That's the plan. Yeah. Cyber, thank you so much, dude. Joe, thank you so much, man. I feel like I need to turn the TTS up on those. I feel like it's always so soft. I might have to. Hello? Oh, there we go. All right. Let me... It was quiet. We'll crank it up. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Withering Witch, thank you for the biddies. Tay, thank you for the prime. Hannah, thank you for the 2 months. Hello. Ayla, thank you for the follow. We're gonna do some fast today. No, not Meme All Flash. Not today. I did almost forget to change my name back, though, so I was Meme All Flash for a few days. Yeah, I forgot. I think it happens to the best of us. Why is that tracking so wide? That's what she... God damn it. Well, good afternoon. Hello. How are you? There we go. Now I'm figuring it out. Okay. Give me a break. That's not the color I need. That's the color I need right there. Irish. Oh my frickin' Lanta. Wish I could join Faz, but I don't use a mic. Oh, no worries, dude. Yeah, at the beginning of next month, we'll have another viewer day. I don't know what day it's going to be quite yet, but we'll figure it out. Just for the hype train emote. Not gonna lie. Hey, Clueless, I appreciate you. Thank you. Better than what my nickname was on Discord a few months back. It was... Oh, Ice Queen. Thank you, friend. Thank you. I appreciate it. We'll turn it down a skosh. Maybe just a little bit. Wait, if I crank it up a little bit and then I turn this down. Actually, that's better. Hey, what's up, Viper One? How are you? Nocturne, thank you for the biddies. Frog. Hi, homie. All right, let's get Phasmo open. Have a nice chill Phaz day. Yeah. Hockey. Good, you? I'm good. Yeah, man. I had a good couple days with the kiddos. It's been just me and them. It's been me and two of them. One of them has been staying over at a friend's house, and the missus went to go spend the weekend with her friends. So just been us. Fixed a toilet. Very dad thing to do. Welcome back. Yeah, we played Mario Party. We played board games. We played basketball. We did all kinds of stuff. Yeah. I edited. Wait, listen. All the good stuff. Josie P down here. Almost wanted to kill her. It was fine. I don't blame her. I blame Alex. Lord, thank you for the biddies. Mermaid, thank you so much. Oh my God. Got things done. We did. We did the stuff, and we also did the things too. All right. I need... Let's see. Which Mario Party? Jamboree. Yeah, Jamboree. They love it. Kaz, thank you for the sub. Welcome in. Hello. What's up, Flame? Good to see you, dude. Oh, son of a bitch. I'm like, this is the second day in a row where I'm trying to look for something and I'm typing what I'm thinking, the words that I'm thinking instead of what I need to find, if that makes sense. Hockey, thank you for the biddies. Do you play with Doc today? We didn't really chat about it today. Yeah, I didn't know how today was going to go, so I was kind of just going to go with it, and we were just going to go with the flow, you know what I mean? Do you go easy on your kids in Mario Party? Absolutely not. No, they will learn nothing if I take it easy on them. I go full send, and if they beat me on their terms, and they earn it. If I take it easy on them, that's a participation trophy. Absolutely not. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, no. Two nerdy bros. Thank you for the gifted, friend. Oh, thank you guys for the hype train. Thank you so much. Doc just got Kill to join. Oh, Mr. Killifer. Everybody loves Mr. Kill. Especially when playing Uno. No holds bar. Absolutely not. No. The only time I would take it easy would be like, if we're playing basketball, like they like to play horse and stuff like that. I'll take it a little bit easy on Iz because I'm not going to go out of my way to take a shot that she literally can't take. Like that's messed up. That's just rude. So I might take it easy when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Doc said I can join. Oh, I might have to. Listen, pass up the opportunity to play with Mr. Doc and Mr. Kill. That might have to be what we do today. Do you want to let him know that I am absolutely down? He also said you're okay at the game. Son of a bitch. What are we doing? Sulking. Sulking. Enjoying the stream from Puerto Rico. Hope the hunts have been great. I haven't had one yet today. We're working on it though. We are working on it. I'm doing stupid things right now. After I do the stupid things, then we'll be ready to rock. Drog, thank you for the biddies. Hey, Renzu, good to see you. I'm sure you'll dominate. It's not about domination, okay? It's more about preparation from A to G. I need to find, I'm looking for an image and I'm struggling to find it. Where are you? Where are you? Thank you, Madam Wolf. Thank you very much, friend. I'm making sure to point out to people, God damn it. I'm making sure to point out to people that, like, what I consider my streamiversary. Preparation for domination. Amen. You know what? F it, man. F it. We're just full sending with that. That's fine. Thank you, Honorable. Appreciate you. Dude, funny enough, so I was like, okay, I'll do my 7-year thing on Sunday. It'll just be a nice chill day. We'll hang out. Maybe we'll reminisce a little bit about stuff, about past streams or whatever it may be while we play. And then I went on, I didn't even realize Tom was celebrating his 5 years today. I've known that man for many couple years now. It's just crazy to me how time moves so quickly. And you don't even realize. And Chiba yesterday. Right. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, ay, ay. All right. I'm just about ready, friends. I don't know about Mr. Dockerton and Mr. Killiams. Level 10. What the hell? How are you, Halogen? All in the same 2 days is crazy coincidence. I know. Halogen, I was watching you play Gary's mod. I never really got into Gary's mod. Because I wasn't a PC gamer forever. And I used to watch Van Austin and play all the time. I love those videos. They want to join you. Okay. 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 They're on their way. Roger that. Roger that. Make sure Kill knows we're on. I mean, well, I'm sure he's aware. All right. And I'm going to do role play. Does that work? Oh, I love their videos. They're so good. All right. I'm going to go up here for a second while I finish setting this up. Oh my God. They're so fast. Good Lord. I'm going to turn that down actually. Yeah, their videos are so stinking good. I was trying to floor it to get ready. Okay. Do that. I saw one of them join. Hold on.
Hey.
I can hear him. Hey, Tiger. Hey.
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 Hey. Listen, someone in your chat, I think, said something. I want an opportunity to explain myself.
Okay. Now, wait. No, I would like you to elaborate, please. What would they possibly have said to me?
Well, they're trying to make you think that I was implying. it's even too funny to talk about. Implying that maybe I said something along the lines of that we would have to carry you through the game. Like,
Wait, you know,
Flash, I was just in Doc stream. You should have heard.
What happened, Kill? Tell me. What happened? Tell me. Kill, tell me. Tell me, Kill. Don't look at him.
Like,
Don't mind him.
Flash
Nope,
is
don't listen to
such a
him.
noob.
Don't mind this
Why do
thing.
we have to play with that guy? He can't even set up a lobby in
This
time.
motherfucker. You know, what's funny is it's not even the thing that I was thinking about that I was like, oh, he might elaborate on this thing because I heard you said something else.
What's the other? What did I say?
I heard.
You know, I don't know what I'm talking about.
I
most
heard
of the
that
time.
you said that I was like, all right.
Wait, all
No,
right?
He said you were all right.
Oh.
No, I did. Okay. Kill. I'm gonna kill. I can't. It's not mine anymore. Oh, mother father.
Can't kill or literally kill. All right. Can't kill is wrong.
Can't literally kick kill.
Can't literally kick kill. Absolutely not.
By the way, I'll put it on the table. It's up to you.
Okay.
If we wanted to not
How big is it?
challenge, if you wanted to. Okay.
What if we start? What if we do a few couple, like one or two normies and see how we feel?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I am down
Yeah.
with whatever.
Hi, Moon. Not all left. No.
Three
all
Stooges
right.
mode activated. What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Why I oughta?
Boom.
If I can put up my hand
If I
in
can
front
stick
of my face right now.
Just Don't know Doc's Twitch. It's Doc Umantari.
All right.
Got it. And there's the thank you.
Regular
Man.
games.
Yeah. We could do pro, nightmare. I don't care. I'm down for whatever.
I am down for whatever too.
Nice warm up
I
game.
mean, after
yeah.
Kill was talking all that smack about you, I think it would be appropriate if we started with a nightmare run.
APOC 3, let's do it.
So,
Hey, could we do Sunny Meadows APOC 3? That's my favorite.
Oh my God. You know
Can
what?
you just stop
You know what?
talking
You know
forever?
what? For the memes, I kind of feel like we should try.
Absolutely.
A 3-person APOC 3 at Sunny Meadows and just see what happens. Listen, we might leave early because
This
we're
is your conscience. FlashForce. Wait, hold on a second, FlashForce. This is your conscience.
Okay. Oh, hello,
Think about
Conscience.
what
How are
you're doing
you?
For a second.
Okay.
Yes, I'm great. I've been all right. I had a latte this morning and I'm feeling good. Listen to me. You don't want to do that because these people are your friends.
Okay.
And some of them may not be as skilled as you are at this game. So therefore, you should give them an opportunity to survive by
Okay.
not picking an APOC challenge.
Okay.
All right.
But
Yours is
what
love
if
you.
it sounds really fun though?
Wait, what?
Flash, this is your other conscience.
Oh, it's my right. It's my right shoulder.
Put it on APOC
Other
3.
conscience. Other
Sunny
conscience.
Meadows.
Doc.
Hey, Cooper, thank you for the biddies, dude.
Yep. Wait, other conscience, he should get in his ear on the other side.
Here, I got it. There we go. Full experience.
Okay. What do you have to say now, other conscience?
Do it.
Oh my god. You know what?
Don't do it.
I don't know that.
Flash, dude.
That right one feels really threatening. I think we should do it. Look, there they are. Hold on. Don't move. Oh, so he moves. Oh, scooch forward, Doc.
I moved. Oh,
Oh, no. Like do like a nice like 45 right next to kill. Okay. No, turn to your
I'm
right.
45.
No, like
Oh,
stage.
you mean like
stage? Like yeah, like you know what I mean.
Oh,
I'm the audience. I'm the
Okay.
audience. You're talking to
Wait a
kill,
minute, I
but
need
you need to like open up while talking to kill. You know what I mean?
oh, I do. Okay.
I don't think you do. I don't think he gets it. I don't think he understands.
I'm pondering
So it's like,
what he's
okay,
saying.
listen. So like
This
if
is a
I'm talking to
ponder
kill,
face.
right? Like if I'm talking to kill and the stage, like the audience is over here. If I'm talking to kill,
Oh.
they tell you to open up a little bit so that people
Open.
can see
Yeah.
you.
So
Yeah.
they can see your expressions and hear your voice.
Yes,
and
sir.
Project more.
Sir, yes, sir.
Okay. All right.
God damn it.
Are you trying to screenshot?
I
for
was,
us?
you know what? You know what? No,
is this
you guys
really
are set up
good?
perfectly
I'm kidding.
earlier. I'll take earlier what I got. It's fine. I have ideas. I have thoughts.
Wait, here we go. 45 kill. There we go.
45 kill. Got it.
45
Nailed it.
kill.
Perfect. Okay, that's great.
All right.
All right. Let's do this.
Wait, how old did you say I was?
No, Jeez. Always something.
All right.
Flash,
got
do you want
this.
Me, do you want me to load up my equipment or?
No, that's
Are you
okay.
okay?
Actually, do you want me to change our headlamps to night vision?
Oh yeah, I forgot what we were doing.
Use them.
Yeah. And I'll turn our UVs to UV sticks so we can use those as well. It's just worth a try, man. Why not?
Can we
I'm
do
also
that
going to do tier 3 salt so we can slow the ghost down if we feel so need, feels so right. Incense, tier 2 or tier 3?
What we're doing APOC? I always do tier 2 when
Okay.
I play APOC.
Haha, there we go.
Yeah. When
Now we're
I do
talking.
my APOC
Britt, Chris,
challenges
thank you guys for the subs.
off
Appreciate you.
stream
Little sis.
when no one's there.
Oh, offline APOC. Is that
Yeah.
your band name?
Yeah, that's my DJ name.
Offline APOC.
With the lead singer dead in 2 seconds.
That's right. Offline. We don't.
No, our lead singer is Chiba. We just tell him to do Breath Boys and then boom. He does play live. All right, let's do this. APOC 3. Let's do this.
Wait.
Let's do this. Yeah, we're amazing.
Are we?
Yeah.
No, we're not. What if it turns into a blood moon? If this is a blood moon, I'm gonna lose it. It is gonna be so funny. Chances are low. I don't know. All right. Nobody go too fast, all right?
Okay.
What if I looked in here and I saw orbs? Can you imagine? That would
Okay,
be
well, I'm
the
going to make my
craziest-
contribution now.
Okay.
All right, my contribution now is that it's not a banshee, nor is it a Dayan. There.
Yeah, but
I
what?
don't have
Okay.
to. I can stay in the van.
I like it. Okay, I like it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Let's
No.
go Blood Moon. No.
No, I don't think so. No, it looked too normal. Yeah, there was no like haze.
Why do you sound mildly disappointed by
You saw
this?
something drop. No, I'm not disappointed. You saw something
No,
drop.
no,
well, we
it's
haven't
not a
opened the door
blood
yet, so
moon.
the ghost can't be active.
We're
You
not
might
going to have a
seen
little
rain.
tantrum.
Before I go in there and die before I even get to the...
You're gonna
What-
be fine.
What actually
What are you
works and
holding
what
that
doesn't.
for? What good does this do you?
Listen, I can't hear in my right ear, and you were stood on my right when
Oh,
you
sorry.
said whatever
No,
was
sorry.
happening.
What
so
are you doing with this? What does this do for you?
Usually, it lights the way like
Oh,
a...
sure. Go ahead, turn it on.
This is why I asked what's working and what isn't.
So with APOC 3, it basically
My God,
all of
Doc,
your
you were right. All that stuff you said about him.
wow.
No, 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 no. I want no
Oh
part of
my
this. Thank you
goodness
very
gracious.
much.
So normally if you have like tier 1 or tier 3 UV and you have APOC 3, they don't work because flashlights don't work. So those are considered the flashlight. I don't know. It's weird. It's stupid. But
Question.
yes.
Do spirit boxes work? Do spirit boxes work? What? I hope so. Because they're kind of important for gathering evidence? Spirit boxes?
Does Flash even understand English? He's just staring at you.
All right, and I'm just going to read the board.
The level of disappointment I have is just unmeasurable.
That Merch is disappointed as well. Case 93610 Merch. Capture 2 unique paranormal sounds with a sound recorder. Capture 3 unique videos of the video camera and capture a photo of the ghost.
Roger that.
Oh, by the way.
Yes, sir.
By the way, I got a ghost today that was named Harold's Weenie.
No, you did not.
Harold's Weenie.
You're telling me that the wait. Wait. Was the last
Harold's
name
Weenie.
was the last name Sweeney?
Yeah, but it was Harold's
Harold's
Weenie.
Weenie. That's a great name. Oh man,
It
Harold's
is.
Weenie. Oh, you win. You win, sir. I don't know though.
right.
What was the one that I had? Was it Richard Kraft?
Yeah, for the cheese.
Oh yeah, different name for Richard. Cheese.
Yes.
All right, I'm going smudge, cruci, and parabolic. I don't have any strategy for this. I am not one of them, so we're just gonna go for it.
All right, I'm
Harold's
ready. I'm
Weenie.
going to take a smudge and a positive attitude.
Proud of you.
Why can't I sprint? Why am I
Well,
slow?
because you know all that breath we needed before. Yeah, it's gone now. All right. Well, this is gonna
I
suck.
can't
isn't
see
it?
a single thing.
All right.
You're supposed to put the night vision
someone's-
on, Mr. Kill.
Someone should go inside. Who's going to go inside? Someone's got to go in.
All right.
All right, you're doing great.
Floor it.
Night vision.
I don't hear anything. Kill didn't wear his headset. No. No, Kill made it inside. Kill made it. Doc did not. Hey, Fleener, thank you for the 10 months. Just to be clear, I have yet to know where the ghost is.
Roger that. You want to get anything from the van for you while I'm...
I mean, if you want to bring more stuff, you're more than welcome.
Roger that.
Wait, actually, hey, thought. If you watch from the truck, you can tell us where it's hunting from by looking at the cams. We got this.
Hold on, it's going to take me 3 hours to go from the front door to the computer.
Okay, just don't pass out on the way there. Jesus. My guess right now is that it's near the kitchen. Or it's all the way at the end of one of the halls.
I'm looking at the first camera that's of the van. I'm not seeing anything. The ghost isn't out here.
Have I mentioned I hate it here?
Oh, yeah, a couple times. I'm still not exactly sure what that means.
Roger that. He's being a truck princess for good reason, though. He is getting information. In the morgue, she waits. Oh my God! Imagine. Well, no. It's Ted Birch. All right, it is hunting, sir.
Roger that. I am looking.
He's
Still not by the van. Should I switch cam?
might want to give it a try. Yeah, switch it up. What?
I haven't located the ghost yet. I don't see it anywhere.
All right. I don't know where the loopy spots are.
Would I be able to see it in the little thumbnails on the cameras if it was running around?
You should be able to see it, and if anything, the camera should be staticky, right?
Showing up any.
Roger that. Hey, Julie, how are you?
Very slowly through the chapel.
Creep through the chapel.
Slowly gets married.
Hey, Dennis, how are you? Oh my God, I can't hear it anywhere.
Alright, I'm coming in. I'm bored.
Roger that. Watch it be a Goryo. I mean, it should still. I could use this. Can't
Julia,
I?
are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just I'm just waiting for it to hunt again so I can try to find it. Kale, you alive? Roger that. Hey, Zool, do you know where the ghost is?
Hunting.
Dude, where is this ghost? What the hell? Seriously, it is nowhere to be found. Gotta be stuck. I hope not. It might be at the end of Restricted. Imagine. Oh, that would suck so much. Who said to do this? Good grief.
Yeah. Great idea.
Thank you. Thank you, Libido. Thank you. Would a DO be able to find you from across? Oh, yeah. It would charge directly to you. Absolutely. Yeah, APOC 3. 3 of us doing APOC 3 because we figured why not. I figured we'd make it a little spicy, but I didn't realize the ghost would be such a weenie. Oh, there's a thought to be had.
Tell us about this thought.
So, what if...
Whoa. This is thinking.
This is a thought to be had. What if the reason we can't hear it is
Okay.
because it's so slow that it's like a Revy it's not sprinting. It's kind of like walking around.
Well, how much faster will it be if it does get line of sight?
Oh, it's going to be a little quick.
A little quick. All right, I can handle a little
Like,
quick.
I want you to imagine like those kids that had the shoes with the wheels on them, just going downhill.
Oh, yeah. Waving their arms.
Oh, there we go. Hunting. Oh my God. I have yet to hear this stupid thing. I'm going to have to just go into one of the wings. Oh, Heelys. That's what they're called. Heelys. I forgot what they were called. Yeah, I have no indication of where this ghost is. None. Level 27. What should I
Maybe you
upgrade
should,
first?
go through
Whatever
the
you
door.
can. Maybe we should what?
Oh. I was going to say we should go through the door, but this door...
Oh. You just
Not
gotta
currently operational.
you just gotta press harder.
So help me, if you press on this door right now and it opens, I quit. Don't do it. I mean,
Okay.
you can.
Ready?
Don't.
I haven't touched it yet.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
1,
Yeah.
2. It didn't work.
Well.
Thank you, Handy.
My, how the tables have turned.
Shut up.
All the oh, okay.
Oh man. This is gonna be dicey, Mr. Doc. Oh no! I left my crucifix at the front door. No, it's fine.
Don't do the, oh my God, no.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Again.
Isn't there a loopy spot here? Like a cheesy loopy spot? Okay.
This is intense, son.
No, it's a hospital.
Oh.
They fixed the gurneys. Okay. Is it? Dude, okay. I hear nothing. What the hell, dude?
So far, this is fun.
What are the odds that we literally can't find the ghost?
Killer, you okay? Absolutely dandy.
So this is basically just like the worst ghost ever.
I'm willing to say yeah. Okay. Guess I'm going across this way. Wrong asylum, yeah. Thank you for the biddies, friend. Congrats on the 7-year stream anniversary. Wish you the best. Thank you. Cozy APOC. You know, I thought we would go in, it would be crazy, wild immediately, and we get the most boring, stuck, wild ghost that's not wild.
You know what they say. The more you want something. So where do you think the ghost is?
What? Oh, I don't know. I guess down this way. Watch it actually be a D. Oh my God. Trying to get into this area before it locks the door, but I have a feeling that's going to be wrong.
Yeah, I'm actually really nervous right now. I have not more than 3 feet away from you this entire time.
It's fine. What's it going to do?
Murder?
Classic murder you.
All right, I'm gonna go. Wait, a door. There's a door. It's closed.
Because it's hunting from somewhere. Like this is. Oh, I hear it. Oh, I hear it now. It's at the end of the hall. Oh. Okay, it's going downstairs now. Holy hell. It's literally all the way at the end here. That's why we couldn't hear it.
We just leave it there?
do we just let it go? It's downstairs. But it's starting from upstairs, though. Hi, Sarah. Thank you, friend.
Killer, you alive? Some would say.
Kill, we found out where it's hanging out.
And where is that then?
In the building.
Oh, so I'm close. That's good.
It is in the, if you know the difference between the male and the female, like, wing, it is the male wing, all the way at the end. He's dead. APOC 3, correct.
The male wing is the one with the little kind of funny thing hanging off that you don't want to touch, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one.
Wait, I don't understand what you're talking about.
It's okay. Shh. I did see him. You better be ready to smudge.
Why have you done this to me?
So what do you guys think? Any thoughts? Oh, now it wants to go all the way over there. It does look like it's throwing a lot, doesn't it? Look at all those objects. Dude, I'd be cool saying Pulte. No, I did not. Is it gonna stop today? Holy hell. Dude. This is the longest hunt ever! It's throwing a lot. Oh my god. No, it is not kidding at all. Kills increase hunt by 4 minutes! Oh my god. By the time I go to leave, it's gonna hunt again. Oh, hey. Hey. Yeah, it's extended because they die, but it was ridiculous. Okay. Okay, so hear me out. I think this might be a Pulte because it's throwing a lot. I did smudge, but he smudged before me, and the smudge timer almost ran out by the time that it was done. So I'm going to go Pulte so we can get out of here and do something a little bit more active. Okay. And then I find out that the ghost teleports to me and it's a mimic. I'd be so sad. I miss them so much already. This one's for kill. This one's for Doc. And it's hunting. All right. Well, now we just wait for it to get done. A mimic mimicking a Pulte would be such a troll move. Doc's tired from running from the ghost. He just needed to lie down for a little nappy. Yeah, I could see that. Thank you, Moose. I thought we'd walk in, ghost would be super ridiculously active right there, and we'd have to like try to find a way to hide and stay alive. I didn't realize we had to hunt it down. Good golly, Miss Molly. We could be wrong, and for some reason this ghost could just be stupid active. But we're going to give it a try, and we're going to say Pulte. A fisty ghost. Oh my god, Knight. What does that mean? All right. Going Pulte. Let's see. Oh, I can't switch to the glow sticks. Oh, no. Ghost is lame sauce. Let's see if we were right.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
So...
Hang on,
Stop
where are all
that.
my
Don't
points?
do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't. Ah! Oh my god, you just crotch smashed me. Thank you for that.
Ah, the old crotch smash. Who needs a rock lobster when you have
You lucky
crotch
star.
smash?
Some people pay a lot of money for that.
Crotch smash, huh? All right. Well, we don't have to do that again. So, let's go.
Oh, did you want me to disable my loadout, by the way?
You could if you want to, sir. I can provide. It seemed like it was throwing a bunch, like way too much.
Disable.
I could have sworn there was an objective to not survive that game. I didn't get any points for that.
You know, that's what they need to add in here. Just throw in like a little extra bonus points. Like, you know what?
What are the drops for that?
What are the drops?
Oh,
Okay,
it's when you
Faz.
drop
Right.
to the floor after being strangled. Okay,
That's
got it,
right.
noted.
Do we have a preferred map of choice there, friends?
all of them.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm gonna do Tanglewood. Willow Street. Why don't we experience some success on Willow Street, and then
I like
you
that.
choose all the difficulty and other shenanigans and stuff.
Okay, well, we'll just leave it on Nightmare for now. I don't think you want me to choose the difficulty. After what we just did, that's probably basis for me to leave it alone.
I enjoy Nightmare. Kill loves Nightmare. He was just talking about that before. He was like, man, if I could just do Nightmare runs, that's all I would do.
Okay.
I was absolutely having one then, yeah.
Yeah.
That last stretch of like, hey, Kill, you good? Yeah, I'm good. Death, death. Not good. No longer good. All right.
See, I'm inclined to not believe Doc anymore, Flash. I think you are good at the game because that advice of putting a headset on so that you can see where to go was genius. Once I put one of those on, I could
It was
see
just a
everywhere.
whole new
How
world.
did I get? Okay. I don't get how I'm suddenly.
Hey,
the
Ultimate,
one
how are you?
Driving.
Can we do zero evidence after the nightmare? We could.
Okay.
I bet we could do a no evidence run.
You-
Maybe we do like one or two
must
nightmares and
not,
then we'll do no
yeah.
evidence. Listen, I need you guys to stop fighting, okay? This is why the kids ran away.
Okay.
You know that, right?
Wait, whose kids?
I don't know. Someone's
Did
kids.
my kids run away? I didn't even know.
You might want to go downstairs and check where your kids are.
God, I'm a terrible parent.
Wait, was Doc's loadout still? Oh, shit.
When you say he has to go downstairs, does he keep them in the basement?
So I don't know if it was Doc or Kill's loadout that was still active, but that's what we're running with.
I disabled my
Thank you,
loadout.
ma'am.
I'll be happy to grab the tier 1 thermometer.
I'll grab the low stuff.
For the
Yeah.
I died and have like $282. None of this could be mine, surely.
Well, I mean, the tier 1 thermometers are
possibly.
what, like, yeah, it's okay. It's
What
fine.
have you got against tier 1 thermometers?
Nothing. Nice
Are
thermometer.
you a thermometrist? Oh my god.
Guys, stop.
Case
I thought we
937,
had
Brian
progressed
I feel
beyond
so
that.
fast. Oh my god. It's like wearing a weighted vest and taking it off. Sorry.
Remember your team witness the ghost event capture a photo event since we're reading on name every to have a member of your team escape the ghost figuring out.
Easy.
I've heard that before.
Oh, here, how about you get a good flashlight? I'm used to this one. But I'm taking
I'll take whatever. I don't care.
You see that? He
Here.
thinks you're not good enough and that you need a tier 3 flashlight.
What? Why are you making something out of nothing? I'm like, hey, come
It
on.
was literally
Guys.
your word. Here, you take this.
Guys.
Okay.
Actually, you know what?
calm
This will be funny.
down,
Hold
calm
on.
down.
There's a
By
tier.
the way,
There's a
Flash,
tier
open the door, you
1.
press the
New to
button
the
on the
game.
wall over there.
All right, I'm putting this tier 3 camera on top. But wait, no. Even better.
Don't forget the keys.
Even better. Hold on, give me this guy.
Yes.
Boom. Look at that.
Hey, Flash,
I'm like a dad. I'm like a dad at a football game. Look at this. You got this, son.
Dad, I love you.
I love it. That's what I'm taking. Let's do this. Let's
Okay, to
go.
Open the van. You press
Audrey,
this
thank you for the 15. What's up, Artie?
You press this over here.
Wait, who, me or Kill?
You, Flash.
Oh,
I'm not trying to talk to. I've played this game before. Just press
Oh,
that
okay.
button. There you go.
No moon blood. No. Thank you, Amanda.
And if it gets
Wow.
too scary, you can go back to the van anytime.
This little monitor screen's real small. Like, might have to squint to see if we have orbs. I'll let you know though. All right. I don't see nothing. I am doing well. I hope that you're doing well. Nothing. Boom! Glass, thank you for the gifted sub, friendo. Have you done APOC 3 but with tier 1 equipment? I don't know if I have. That's a fantastic question. I don't think I have. I've heard nothing. I see nothing. I do nothing. I am nothing. Oh.
Yeah, We got nothing going on down here. Good.
Got nothing going on down here. Probably want to make a way meander on up there. Boo, boo.
Nice big bowl of grits.
Bowl of grits.
I think it's this back bedroom here.
Okay.
You got a
Yeah.
thermometer.
It's 4.1 degrees.
Roger that. All right, I'm gonna lay down this
Flash, we have
huge camera
absolute
right there.
proof that the ghost is always where the bone is.
Oh, that is
bone was in
true.
this
The
room.
bone was in here. That's a
And
really
it's
good
a
point.
demon. Yeah, and it's a demon.
Wait, what?
Absolutely.
Is that Doc? It is Doc. It's Doc and Mr. Killiams. We have Mr. Documentary and Kilo 7, or not literally kill, is his current tag. I'm shocked that the ghost isn't in the basement. I know. First time I'd ever watching the stream. Love the YouTube videos. Sign up to Twitch to watch the live. Hey, welcome in. Is this your first time on Twitch? Kill, 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 not literally kill. We're using lower tier equipment because accidentally had one of them have their equipment still on. So that's why this is happening. Just in case. Oh, I forgot to change my stuff too. Oops. Oopsies. Oopsies. Basement's always the room on Willow.
Like hey.
What?
No,
What do you
need
folks
to be
say over
way
there?
more aggressive here in Scotland. I don't want to wear out my.
Oi, come!
But
Oh my god. Oh my god. Hi, Roxy. Kev, thank you for the gifted. Oh my god. He didn't like that very much at all, did he? No, it's Nightmare. We do have a cursed possession. Ooh, paw of the monkey. Right here. That did.
Are you close?
Yes.
Are you near?
Yeah.
Are you far?
No.
Can you give me a sign?
Ah.
Where are you? Are you? Oh no! Are you communicating? What are you trying to say?
Ah.
Tell me. Hemorrhoids? Is it hemorrhoids?
I can't sit down. Oh.
Oh no! Switch to the softer stuff. It'll be helpful.
I can't find my donut. Oh.
It's you the whole time. Where are you?
Queso. Thank you for the biddies, Aiden. Thank you so.
Can you step in our salt?
Sick mother.
Can you not step in our salt? Motherfucker, no!
Do we have crucifixes in there?
No! No, there's just like a ghost.
All right. That's another ghost singy. Get him with the paw. No, I'm not starting that. Because if I start that, then I have to deal with the consequences. The reason I don't up my resolution on YouTube is because it's what I'm pulling from Twitch. So that way I'm not having to render multiple streams at once. We have freezing temps there, good buddy.
Roger that.
We got footsie doodles there, good buddy.
Pussy doodles, do you mean goofy?
Goo prints. We got goo prints.
Roger that, good buddy. I'm gonna go ahead and ride down to my turn.
Oh, gooper. Oh, my lord.
Well, bless my buttons, we got.
We're going to run. Jen, thank you for the follow. Queso, thank you. Aiden, thanks again for the super chat, man.
Doc was just telling me that you're doing nothing in here. I was
What did he say?
Smacked.
What? What?
You're saying how you're
He
doing
said that?
nothing. Yeah, he said he was taking all the photographs.
Okay, listen, this is not the 8th grade lunch table, all right? Can we take it easy? Take it easy.
No, the table's over there.
Oh,
All right, continue.
all right, now you can do that. Okay.
Go on. You were saying?
Then she said,
You guys suck.
Oh, he's out of here. He's out of here. All right. I didn't see orbs, so I'd say no Amake. I'd say Hantu Jin Demon.
Well, Kill would say it's always a demon.
Ah, this is true.
And if anyone should find out, I think it's Kill.
Do we have an EMF in there by chance? Game Boy, thank you for the follow.
Yes. No. Yes.
Hello. I hear it. Got it. Yep. don't know why we just put dots down. I'm gonna go check for a gin. I haven't had a gin break, like a gin on the break. I'm not sprinting. I haven't had a gin do its ability and me be able to see it on the breaker in ages. We're gonna try. So the reason I never really get to test this is because to get the gin to do its ability, you have to be near the gin. And to be near the ghost and the breaker at the same time is tough. Hey.
Hey, what you doing in here?
I'm watching this to see if it goes beep beep. Yeah, beep beep. Beep beep.
Hey, did it go beep beep yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. Well, you go ahead and keep watching it.
Okay.
Yeah. How about now? Did it beep beep yet?
No beep beep yet.
Okay. Hey,
Yeah.
did it beep beep yet?
No beep beeps. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
There's no one near the ghost. It's not going to. Not the beep beep that I was, not the beep beep I was looking for.
Okay. All right.
Beep beep, beep beep.
It was beeping. What do you want from me? I was trying to help.
Oh my god. This thing's relentless. Oh my god. Still waiting for the beep beeps.
Listen, it's easy to make it beep beep. You want me to do it for you, buddy? Oh, guys, baby, go!
See, Doc.
He'll be fine, right? Oh god, run, kill, kill. Oh, he's not fine, kill. Run, 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 kill, run! I don't like this hiding spot at all. Velvet, thank you for the biddies. Spit, thank you for the 3-month prime, man. That's right, we can bring him back to life. Let's go, you're alive. Hell yeah. That ghost was close.
I felt its breath on the back of my neck. That's for sure.
That'll be $5.99. Are you ready?
I'd
Where
buy
is he?
that for $1.
Dollar make you
he's by
holler. Where is he? Where's his corpse?
He's by the kitchen island.
Oh, there he is. I wish for life. I wish for life. Bro. I wish for life. Goodbye, my friend. I'm taking the knife. I'm threatening him. I'm threatening him. See, I got a knife. It's my Death Realm knife. Yep, looks still got it.
Look, there's the knife on the floor right next to him. You murderer.
Hold on, I can't hear. I'm gonna go outside. What did he just do? What did he just do? Hey. Oh, I didn't circle the ghost. Damn it.
Welcome back. I've got some jobs ready for you.
This is going really well for us.
I wished for knowledge and I got knowledge of the afterlife.
Didn't specify what kind of knowledge you wanted.
That's true. Oh, that monkey paw. It's a tricky
It's
one.
a dirty mother. All right. I need to turn back my UVs.
I literally killed Kill.
Yep. You literally killed Kill. Beep, beep. Beep, beep.
Kill, was your stuff still in the loadout? It was, wasn't it?
I think it was,
Let
but that's
me
okay.
let me take
Incense
that
is
out.
2. Salt. You know what? We're going to leave the tier 3 salt there. I like it.
Okay.
All right, is there anything we're missing here? I think we're good. My child is messaging me. Sorry, hold on. This is the one that's not home.
As it turns out, wishing for knowledge was a poor choice. I wish to remain ignorant.
Knowledge. Yeah. All right. Maybe we do one of these. Good sacrifice.
Sounds good
It wasn't
to me.
meant to be a sacrifice. It wasn't meant to be that way. All right. Ad break is done. That's perfect timing. I was kind of hoping that we could delay.
And it sounds good to kill too. He's a little occupied at the moment, but it sounds good to kill.
What happened to him?
Am I? Why? What was I doing?
Oh, Kill. Hey, Kill. Hey, Kill. You want something? Hey, Kill. You want something fun? Come here. I want you to stand
Listen,
like
Scoutmaster Kevin. I'm not
around
falling
this
for that
this way, like right here.
What, do I need to face?
Just move around. Just move around a little bit. Look a little interesting.
I don't remember drinking that much.
Oh my god. What in the hell?
Oh wow.
This is great. This is good.
Everything's disappearing.
This is gonna be my new end screen.
This room is empty.
Hold on.
It's funny because all the equipment's gone, but the shadows are all still there.
I know.
All
I'm
the
looking
equipment-
this way and I see Kill's head and arms, and that's it.
Oh, he just has no feet for me.
No toesies. Oh yeah, there you go. No feet.
For the feet.
No feet, no hair.
What are we gonna get killed for Christmas? How about some new sneakers, dude?
Fine mittens, whatever. Hair on, hair off. This is the new character customization. Hair on, hair off. Hair on, hair off.
Oh wait, crouch for me, would you? He's just a torso.
I'm trying to see what you're seeing right now.
Give me a leg up, will you?
Give me.
About two.
Listen, these features
We
are
got no
priceless.
legs, Lieutenant Dan.
Lieutenant Dan.
I'm trying to get it to where I can see
I'm
Pam in there, but I can't. She's not visible. No. Oh my god.
I got it. Oh.
Still shadows and light effects. It is.
Flash. Wait.
Yeah.
Kill, stay right there.
Do you
oh
need
my
me to
God.
go over there?
All right, hold on. All right. Now that's good. Now go stand over by Kill. All right. And then move a little bit to your left. Or sorry, a little bit more.
Whoa.
You have feet hands. Nice. Oh my God. Beautiful. Wow. That's terrifying.
That's terrifying. All right, good deal.
Doc,
This
I
looks
know
good.
earlier you said we'll have a little bit of flash inside of us, but that's going too far.
You're very welcome, sir. All right. Random map.
Ready to go, good buddy.
Ready to go there. Wait, grab it. Hey, Ridgeview. There we go. Oh, this is going to be worse. Oh, God. This is going to be good. Spit Indy. Thank you for the 3-month prime, man. Getting rain every time.
Okay, this is the one. We're gonna take it
Hey,
seriously
look at
now.
this equipment. Now we're talking.
Case 938. This at Bliss. Capture 3 unique videos of the video camera. Capture a video of the ghost detector ghost friends of the motion sensor.
Okay.
Fishy buns. You freaking goofball. Homie, thank you for the subs. Oh my God. Good Lord. Oh God, they're in there without me. Oh God, I feel left out. I feel left out. Video. Video. Okay, we definitely need video. I'm going in with video. Dear Phasmo gods, please provide with a nice blood moon. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Power's on.
Oh, thank you. Oh my God, Fishy Buns, thank you so much. Thank you, good buddy.
Oh, you got it, good bud. Hey, Kill, how you doing, good buddy? You okay, good buddy? Bomb planted.
You good? just hanging out in a closet. Hey, what's up, Hemlock? Nothing?
Nothing yet.
Whoa. I didn't just... Okay. Thought I heard the ghost. I was like, what the hell? Play me off, Johnny.
Who's Charlie?
You know.
Oh, Charlie. Best.
Love that guy. I think I found it. It's upstairs in the potty. Oh, to the left. Potty to the left. Oh my God. Yeah, if you guys get gifted, please always make sure to thank the
There's one on
gifters.
the
Thank you,
last
thank
map.
you.
Curse object is
Link for the
music box,
Discord.
just
I
so
got you,
everyone's
friend.
Aware of the music.
What did he just call us? I'm just gonna hold record because it's about to throw something and then event on dock, and I just want to be ready for it. All right, there's the throw.
It's not gonna event. We're fine.
Where did I can't get the throw? Okay, I need another throw, Ghost. Where are you going? Come back. I hope it like events through the floor. I hope it goes downstairs. Ghosty.
Did Doc not flush again?
Yeah. No, I just had PTSD because I had a broken toilet, but I fixed it today. So now I feel okay about it. Ghost. God damn it. Future. Thank you for the subs, dude. I'm gonna die. What just happened? They would never. They would never do such a thing. What just happened? Oh, it's a Raizu.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
I have questions, gentlemen.
And the answer is
I have questions.
Ask.
Okay.
Go ahead. Let's
All
hear
right.
it.
All right.
Lay it on
So
me.
do we, here, we're going to play 2 truths and a lie. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to give me 2 truths and a lie about how that hunt started, and I will decide if I think which one is the truth. I mean,
Okay.
which one's,
Okay.
wait. No. 1 truth and 2 lies. Yeah, let's play that game.
1 truth, 2 lies.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 truth, 2 lies.
Yeah.
Oh, I know the truth.
Jill did it.
It was
I
Chiba's
didn't
fault.
do it. I didn't do it.
I need specifics. Not who did it, how it happened.
I don't know how to tell you specifically how it happened because I didn't do it.
I
being
ran down the
framed.
stairs, met Doc at the bottom, and just went look out as a joke, and then the front door shuts and it hunted.
Actually, that is true.
Did
That
it
is
literally,
true.
did
We
the
have-
ghost literally just hunt on its own?
I didn't do anything.
Yeah,
be honest.
I was heading out to get more equipment, and Doc was just coming in, and then the front door shut. And then we went to hide behind the fridge.
I want to
and
believe.
I thought Doc had died.
I want to
actually,
believe,
it turned
but
out
it's
to be
just,
you.
it's so questionable
You can do it, Mulder. Come on.
with how fast it started. It's so questionable.
Actually,
Irish
it
hot
sounds
bread.
to me like maybe he who smelt it dealt it.
Doc did it, didn't he?
I didn't do
Doc did it,
anything.
didn't he?
Oh my god.
Oh, two truths and a Doc. I played that game
No,
before.
no. Chat, back me up on this. You know I did nothing. Listen, do you think I'm so incompetent that I would set up killing you and then die myself?
I feel like I
was really quiet for a long time
contributed to us
there.
dying because I stepped out and turned my torch on and then it came back.
I'm getting yeses with periods in chat. There's a yes with a period. John, why?
Oh. Do we need a revenge at Ridgeview? I think we need a revenge.
Revenge on Ridgeview, part 1.
Ridgeview. Remember that scene with Johnny Depp where he got like pulled into the bed?
Wait.
We've arrived. Check the equipment.
Spam, thank you for the prime. I appreciate you. Sammy, thank you for the biddies. Future, thank you again. Appreciate the follows, friends.
Reports of a cursed object nearby. This must be I'm going to examine here.
Us chat knows the truth. I feel like you guys do. I feel like you can
Hey
smell
Doc,
it.
it's your favorite map.
Oh my god.
Case 939. Sus and Young. Capture a photo of it. What?
So I'm gonna give. Can I give you one truth, two lies?
Oh. Are you for real right now?
Hey! Look here!
No,
Hey, look at me!
no,
Look here, big
I
guy!
know.
Look
No,
here!
I
No,
don't.
look here! Look at
I
me!
don't want to.
Look at
I
me!
don't want to. I don't.
Listen, we're gonna play one truth and two lies. Okay. Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Okay. Yeah.
We're-
I'm ready.
We're
yeah.
in Bermuda.
Okay.
You're
I
adopted.
filed for bankruptcy. There's a
Okay.
blood moon.
Mother piece of son of a rainbow trout mother. Come on!
Okay, there's no need to wreck the truck. That is unnecessary. Doc, calm down.
Okay.
Calm down.
It's you! It's you! It's always you! Every time! Every time! I don't just randomly get these myself. It doesn't happen.
Look, it's fine. It's
I
fine.
can recognize who Flash was.
Look, go ahead and do your spiel. It's okay.
Hi everybody, my name is FlashForce. I'm a Kinetic Games partner, and I'm about to completely over my friends. 'Cause that's what I do.
Wait, was that a recording of me? That was like spot on. What the hell did I just hear?
All right.
He recorded
Case
himself from
939,
speaking
Susan
to
Young, capture a photo of any successful reading on an EMF record. Capture 3 unique videos with a video camera. Have a member of your team witness that goes to bed.
Stop.
Stop it, Ron. Stop. All right, I'll do video camera. I'm also going in with a smudge because apparently that's necessary. Look, I still don't know if I believe them or not about the last round. So, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I hate it here.
Wait, look here. Look at me. Hold on. Wait. Come over here. Come over here. You're fine. I'm moving the camera out of the way. All right. A little more to your left.
Screenshotting me
No,
for-
I would
oh my
never do that.
God.
Look a little more to your left. No, sorry, you're right. Sorry, not your left. I'm an idiot. Keep going a little more. All right, look at me. Hold on. Beautiful.
Are we good?
Yeah,
Are
that
we
looks good.
now?
That looks great.
Okay, are we good? We got
Yeah,
it?
I think we got it.
All right, I'm going to go
anyone
in.
watching YouTube from a neighboring house is going to be very
No, they know what's up. They're like, getting thumbs. I get it. I know what's going on over there.
Timmy's first thumb.
Hey, let's go to Ridgeview. Let's get revenge on Ridgeview. Hooray!
It is quite ironic that the revenge round is a blood moon.
Ooh, it's in the basement.
Oh, great. Are we still doing revenge? I don't have proof that they did anything. Oh, great. It's one of those, too.
Got a EMF freeze.
A circle star. Maddie Hatter, thank you for the 3 months.
You need a circle star.
Yes.
Are you close? Can you give me a sign? Where are you?
All right. I went upstairs to so you can try to get spare box. But like, just in case you could. I mean, oh yeah. I mean, I could just like light the circle. It's you can't make it up, you know. You can't make it up. But at least I'm gonna really know when they use that guy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. All right, I'm gonna get this in there. I'm gonna get a book in there. Has anything really funny happened? No, nothing
hey.
at all. Oh, hey, how are you? No. I'm gonna leave this for now. I'm gonna grab my smudge. Now, just in case, oh, I forgot my headlamp. Just in case they do use the circle star, little protections. What if I put the book over top of it so they can't see the crucifix? Hold on.
So bright, dude.
Thank you.
No, I meant lighting.
Oh. Wow, dude. Oh, hey. The basement is one room. I'm here to collect sounds.
You never close your eyes anymore when I kiss
Your lips.
There's no tenderness like before in your fingertips.
Oh my God.
You're trying hard not to show it. Go stay. But go stay. Believe me, I know you're lost.
In case you were curious what it would sound like if a heavy narrated Morgan Freeman sang that song, well, there you go. This is Shade. It's acting like one, isn't it? Okay, I have an idea. Put that over there. I can't see jack squat. All right, over here.
Can we stop jiggling the camera, please? I'm gonna throw up in here. My goodness.
Yeah. Hold on. You good?
Yeah. I wasn't looking through the view of that camera. I was looking at the other camera, but I still threw up anyway. Oh my God!
All right. I'm getting a little sus of a Shade. I'm gonna throw some items down here. Did you just snap a random photo?
No, I was taking a picture of the EMF.
Oh, okay. I thought you just turned and snapped. I was like, I think it's over there. So
Oh, just shut the door.
I gotta be honest.
Through the smudge through.
I gotta be honest.
I found it.
I think we might have a.
It's the other half of the headless horseman.
This is a door knocker.
Are you terrified? Are you terrified?
Oh my God.
But you are.
Are you?
Actually,
That was wrong from this.
Is this a Pulte? I'm a little curious if Ghosty just did Pulte things, friends. Because I heard multiple paint cans get tossed. Talk.
Hulks and cans.
Whoa, that. All right. I did sound a little poultry,
Okay,
right?
I'm going to change my stance. I wasn't taking a photograph of the EMF reader. I took a photograph of the spirit box. But you know, they look very similar.
The intention was
while,
there.
okay?
The intention was there. I'd say that's worth a photo. Like, look, oh, it responded. Oh, there's a photo of it. Oh.
It's a point and click camera, so I pointed and clicked just at the wrong time.
All right. Well, it did stuff down here with the lights on, which is why I'd say no to the shade and why I'm leaning even more towards Pulte. But it's not doing the stuff. It threw something when the lights were on. Correct.
It's just gonna explode and send equipment flying everywhere, and I'm all for it. I'm all about it.
Now, here's the question.
That's what she said.
Oh.
If it does it, there's 4 different versions of the Pulte bomb it can do. Which one do you think it's going to be?
Oh, the second
my
one for sure.
prediction.
Okay.
All right, never mind. There were too many places to go with the Hulk jokes, so I decided I'm just gonna let it go and just say everything's gonna go flying around all willy-nilly.
Wait, before I do this, can I just check? This
You
is
can,
still
yes, yes. So there's 4 different versions of the Pulte bomb. It can either A, just explode. It can lift the items, explode. It can lift the items, drop them back down, or it can lift all the items and then pick a player and throw all the items at them.
Oh my god, I want it! Bring it! Let's go!
We have writing, so I mean, that's one step closer. Spirit box or ultraviolet. Hi, Morky Morg. Thank you, friend. Yeah, there's 4 different versions of the Pulte bomb. Could be UV. Did we ever bring in a UV? What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
What?
What is that?
What do you mean?
What is that?
It's Kill.
What's he doing?
It's Kill. He's I don't know.
Oh, he's not
Right over
literally
there.
kill.
What, are you threatening me right now?
No.
How about this? Huh? How about...
It's all fun and games until Chiba dies. Come on.
My sanity is tanked.
That was a random photo.
Not good, not good, not good, not good, not good, not good. Why is the TV on? What? Oh, it's a little bit faster, the blood moon. Oh, yeah. Oh, God, she needs clear eyes. So she was throwing stuff everywhere.
I see plates.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
Let's see if there's I see another plate way over here.
Spirit box or ultraviolet. Let me go try spirit box real fast.
Yeah. Good luck. I believe in you.
Thanks, Dad. Where are you? Are you here? Bro, it's been so messed up. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you close? Are you angry? I bet it's UV. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Nothing. I bet it's UV. I bet. Oh, only one of the candles is lit now. Stay lit. Stop. Hey. 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 Bunch of turd burglars.
Whoa.
Yeah, I said it.
Listen.
Yeah.
Everyone knows if you want a ghost to show up, all you need to do is sing a little happy ghost song. And not have a tier 3 crucifix at your feet.
I have an idea. I got an idea.
What is your idea?
To get something from the truck.
Roger that.
Wait. Hey, where's the second tier 3 crew seat?
I threw it through the door and well.
All right, roger that. I do not see it. Oh, hey. Hey, is it down there?
You placed the yellow cup
basement
outside
door.
on the pathway.
Wait, where is it, Kill?
I think he threw it through the basement. He threw something through the basement door. I can't remember.
Yeah, I threw the crucifix in here. It's right here. It's under the book.
Has it been eaten? No, it. Oh, does that not work? Oh, sad. I was hoping that would do it. What if I do this? What if I spam light it? Spam, 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 spam. Eat the spam.
So, in effect, are you draining our sanity right now?
No, our sanity's tanked already. It's already gone.
Oh.
God, she's so relentless. You mother... I hope it bites your weenie. Little sons of bitches. Oh, God. I don't trust hiding with them. Bad things are going to happen. Stand at a distance? Yeah, I don't know. I figured it was worth a try. No, we can't do sausage check. We're on the wrong map for that. What do you mean? I heard someone get a hug. Why's the ball still bouncing? Feel like every map needs a sausage? I would agree. Abby, thank you, friend. Kill, 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 kill. Not literally kill. Killing is wrong. Well, well, well. Look what the cat puked up. Hold on. Can you do this? Will that stay? Oh. Maybe I just get a leaner. No. God damn it. Stay. Oh my God. Stay. Suck. It does not want to go straight up in the air. Oh my God. I give up. I give up. So, I don't know if y'all did something or not, but if you didn't, it's just funny to me. Lean with it, rock with it. That one's going in that one's going in there. Eee. Go on, Palty. Jay, thank you for the 4 months. Where's that photo at? There it is. It killed my teammate. We should leave. You know what? I can't agree with that statement any more than what it just said. I'm going to try to use that. And like, oh wait, you know what? Hold on. Let me do that. Let me do this. Field of view, 60. A little closer there. A little closer. Do one of these guys, maybe. Maybe do one of, you know what? Let's go straight on. And then I'll manipulate it a little bit later. Maybe I'll use that instead. We'll see. We have plenty of options. Hey. Hey, big guy. You okay? You guys okay? I literally said before you guys went to that hiding spot, I said, I'm not going to hide there. I don't trust it. And here we are. All right, let's go. Poultry. Miss Shot, thank you for the 7 months. Oh, hey, how are you? Max, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome in.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
What happened? Go
Doc
ahead.
left his flashlight on.
you're so fast to just blame him.
I shone so bright into the night.
Oh my God! Wait, is this Kill's aura speaking to me?
I am the aura of Kill's flashlight. And I was there.
I think you'll find it's the voice of my backside.
Wait, okay.
The
Hold on,
glowing sunshine.
I
That
couldn't hear what it
shines
said.
out
Hold on,
of
go
it.
on, go on.
Excuse me, Kill. This is the voice of your backside. Hey, everybody, how's it going?
You sound just like that orb from the other game.
Yeah, except I'm not an orb. I'm just a big hole. How's it going?
Just a big hole.
Kill, were you trying to wiggle to make it talk?
He went full Ace Ventura. Can I ask you a question? Oh, perfection.
God.
All right. I chose Ridge. Well, I chose random and went Ridge, so you guys can pick the next map.
Well, Kill, I think you should do the honors.
Damn.
Didn't I pick Sunny Meadows Day Bot 3?
Wait a minute. Wait. That don't sound right.
All right. If no one else is gonna pick,
Thank you for the clip.
all right, Kill's got it.
Take your time. Give it a gander.
Too much. Yeah, don't think about it too much.
High school.
All right. Let's do it.
What, really? I
Just
thought you were
just a glutton for punishment
moan
today.
Like a bitch as usual.
Wow. Listen, I was okay with your favorite map being Asylum. I hope this wasn't like a close second.
I love high school.
His noises are what I'm thinking. I'm just not doing anything. Back-to-back blood moons? No way. I don't think I've ever actually had back-to-back. Back in black. I don't think I've ever had back-to-back blood moons before. I don't think that's ever happened to me.
So I get when people say it's not the most interesting of maps, but when people say it's a difficult map, it's just like, come on, it's a square. How can you not find your way out?
I don't think it's a matter of finding your way out. I think it's a matter of getting to the ghost room and deciding mentally to return.
That's like saying, oh, well, what's the big deal of going from the United States to China? It's just a big circle. You'll be fine.
Weren't we just at 5? Wait, 5 what, Jason? Me and Hockey did when we were playing. It's pretty nuts. Oh my God. Yeah, I've never. Jeez.
Oh, I'm kind of disappointed it wasn't.
He's a little sensitive about nature. All right. I guess
Especially
we're good.
when it calls.
Look, you know he's feeling it. If he doesn't even do the board, he just goes in. He's sick of this shit.
I did say you'd have to hard carry me when he invited me.
All right, what do we got? Oh, look at that. Hey, do you want to do the honors, sir? Hold on. Here, you want to do the honors?
Does anyone have a preferred question?
Don't
you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you do it.
Ask it. Ask it whose flashlight it was.
This is Kel. He's like creeping up closer and closer and closer.
Ask it whose flashlight it was.
Just. Hey.
Wait, I have an idea. Well, hold on. Goodbye.
It's rough. All right.
What happens if each person says a word?
Oh, we're gonna have to be pretty fast though, right? Should we play a game of like try to see if we can get the board to answer some random question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it doesn't have to be the hide and seek question. But,
Yeah.
All right, so we're just gonna pass one word. Each one
Yeah,
of us
it's gotta be quick, but in line. So you, me, kill. You, me, kill.
Okay, here we go.
All right.
Ghost.
Where?
R.
You.
Pudding.
Is.
Cucumber.
Pudding is
Nightly.
cucumber. What the?
All right, let's try this
Let's
again.
try it again.
Where?
R.
The.
Keys.
All right, I'll start. Okay. Okay. How? Listen, we got a little faster than that. We gotta go a little faster than that.
Okay, sorry. Go.
All right, I'll try again. Ready?
Go.
Here we go.
Did.
How?
Oh, too quick. Did.
How? All right, hold on. Give me a second. Breathe. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, ready? Here we go. And how?
Is.
You.
Why did we just lose all sense of grammar and language when we go to the board? How is you? What if Kill start? Let's give Kill a try. Give Kill a try.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
If.
You.
Go.
Oh.
This is a really long question. We're starting with if.
We need to just reduce it to 3 words. That might make it better.
It's turning into an exam question. It's
Oh my God.
mathematics. If one train sets off.
How is you?
Okay. Go ahead, Kill.
I want it to reply with me fine.
Me fine.
Okay.
Where?
R.
Your.
Shorts.
Mother.
If we got it to respond, that'd be crazy. I don't think we're gonna be able to do it.
Well, wait a minute. Let's try saying the, because it hasn't worked on any other questions yet.
Okay.
Let's try saying the 3 words that make it do the thing and see if it
Oh,
works.
okay. Let's just do it. F it. I'm cool with that. All right. You want to start,
right.
Doc? Wait, what?
Goodbye.
Who?
Goodbye.
What was it saying?
Wait, what? That's
What?
a W-H-O-S-T.
Did it say worst?
Host.
Wait, did it think that we said knock knock and it was saying who's there?
Oh, yes.
All right, let's do the hide and seek thing. Let's do it.
Who starts?
You.
What are we doing?
We're gonna say the thing to make
Just
it do
say
the
the 3
thing.
words.
He's gonna say the first one, then I'll say the middle word, and then you say the last word.
All right, here we go.
It starts with an
I hope
S.
you want to know the same
Hold on,
thing.
Wait.
that I wanna know.
All right, hold on. Wait.
right,
Count it down and then go.
3, 2, 1. Hide.
And
Deke.
Did you say hide and deek? Hide and deek?
Who the
does
fuck
that
says
even
hide
mean?
and Deke? I said Deke.
oh my God! Look what you did! Oh my God! God dang it! Ruined. God damn it! It's on a delay. Do you guys hear it? Oh my. Hide and Deke. I'm gonna be ready just in case it's barreling down that way. I hear nothing over here. What, baby? Hi. I am. Goodbye. Love you. What, baby? What? no, I don't want a baby. No, thank you. No, thank you. No, thank you. I appreciate it. So she was talking to her mother. You guys alive?
Amazingly so, yes.
Any thoughts of what it could be?
Stupid.
Irritated?
I mean, these are both fair. Thank y'all for the follows, by the way. The reason I think it might be twins is because I was hearing interactions from far away from the ghost. So I don't know based on hunting speed, because funny enough, I was like, well, I should get out of the hallway because if it sees me, it's going to come barreling at me. And then I turn the paramedic and hear start charging at me. This might be
It
twins.
sounded normal to me initially.
Oh, really?
To be
Okay.
honest.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but it sounded normal to me. But
Okay.
I could be wrong.
I wonder what our sanity is like. Oh gosh. Do you think it's tanked? I don't know anymore.
Judging by Kill's reaction, I would say probably.
I
well,
don't think it's worth thinking about sanity.
well, I kind of wanted to just start hunting at this point.
All right.
All right. But it did start from the right, yes?
Yes.
Okay. This is going to be dicey AF. I didn't look to see where the power was either. Valid line of sight description? I think so. Oh, did I just hear throw? Because I heard it talk over there.
I was stood around here when I first heard it,
Okay.
and it got fairly close, and I ran in there, and Doc was hiding in the corner.
It's hunting? Oh no, that is pretty normal. That's pretty normal speed. Normal line of sight speed up. It's not twins. No, I think that's normal. That's not slow.
You guys are doing great. I think it came from the right. Plus, if you got the headset on, listen rightwards.
He said listen rightwards. Did you just tell me to listen rightwards?
Yeah, listen rightwards.
I don't even... Oh, it's still... Oh, it's upstairs. I see breath? What? Thank you. Hey, Dobby, thank you for the 4 months. I'm getting the juice.
And what did we learn?
It sounded pretty normal. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Dobby. I appreciate it, friend. See a little better. There we go.
Maybe we just needed to do some laps in the gymnasium. Whoa.
My hand was literally off the mouse, and then all of a sudden my smudge goes off. Hello?
Well, hold on. Let me see. No, it's not happening.
Oh, take your hand off your mouse. Watch what happens.
Get out of here! No! Get out of here! No!
What the hell, man? Right there, hunt. No, did you really? No shot. No, it sped up in line of sight. No shot. There's no shot. You saw breath in line of breath with the ghost. It was speeding up with line of sight. Hantu can't do that. Deviant, if you think he's the first person that did it, you've lost your giblets. Hi, McKinney. How are you? Could have walked into cold, but for it to gradually speed up with line of sight, here, I'll show you. Let's do it then. If it's a Hantu, this should be pretty easy to see. Doing a Hantu test. I can't hear what they're saying. You're new to Phas. Oh, yeah, that's right. I could be.
Might be hunting you.
Roger that. Still waiting. Thank you, Minnie. Oh, it is hunting. Please don't come from the other direction. Zero breath. His footsteps almost sounded a little soft there for a second. Confused why it was fast. It had line of sight for a long time. Roger that.
Holy crap.
You okay?
That stopped right in front of me.
Did you see its breath?
Its breath? No.
Yeah, I also did not see it. Correct. Yeah, whatever you thought you saw, you didn't see.
All right. Let's do the friendship test, okay? Who
What's that mean?
wants a smudge stick? Who wants a smudge stick? Huh? I brought in an extra one. I got 2 of them.
I haven't had one this whole time, so why?
He
Greg
deserves
have
one.
it?
He should have one. He should have one.
No, I don't.
He should have one.
I'm the liability with a smudge.
You should give it to him. You should give it to him.
Oh, okay.
I can't carry one. I don't have a lighter.
Fine. You know what? I don't want a smudge stick.
You know what?
What do you think now?
Here's a lighter. There you go. It's hunting, by the way. You might want to pick up that smudge. You probably want to pick up that smudge, friends. Probably want to pick up that smudge. Spooky. You think they're okay? I don't think they're okay. Hi, Spooky. I don't think they're okay. Hi, Rose. Hello, friends. Good to see you. Hi. Thank you, Spooky. Thank you, friends. Thank you for the follows, Daddy Maddie. Billy Ray, hello. I think my friends are dead. I don't know what this is. You know, for memes, I almost want to say mimic. Thank you, Lady Hoop. Spooky Snack Lover, thank you. But I don't think it is. I almost want to still go miling. Although it doesn't sound soft there. It sounds fine there. Do you guys have Orbeez? We never even made it to the ghost room. Because we were goofballs and being idiots. Like, I hear footsteps right now. Hope all's well. All's well, man. Gamer, welcome in. What's up, Hardy? God, would you stop hunting? Elsa, hello, how are you? Tornado Brit, what is going on? You heard things in the first hunt in the distance, but it didn't sound like it was throwing a lot of things. That's the issue. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. So neither of them picked up the lighter and neither of them picked up the smudge. Hey, I heard that they broke the map again. Is that true? Where'd the ghost go? Sleepover? Sith, thank you for the 9 months. I appreciate you guys. It's good to see you. Tornado Brit, I hope you had a good stream. We're doing a test. I could die, but we're doing a test. Oh, that almost worked. For the memes, it's not a mimic. It's not a mimic, but I'm going to say a mimic. My friends were dead. Hi. Oh. Wait, kill. You're probably right.
I want you to, hey, I want you to know
Yeah.
I see your ruse now, sir.
What?
I see what you did there.
What was my ruse?
Oh my gosh, with the what? You knew that Kill and I
But I heard they broke it
you
again.
didn't have any smudges. You knew Kill and I were like, no, I'm not picking it up. I'm not picking it up. I'm not doing it.
No.
And then what do we see after the fact? No. Hold on. What do we see? Kill and I are dead. This is what we see, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look. Neither of them picked up a smudge. Or the layer. Mine.
Well, listen, there was no one to fight over it with, so I might as well just pick them up at that point.
I see you. I see you with both my eyes. I see you.
What about with Kill's rear end? Does that see me?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Was that Kill's voice or was that the echo of Flash?
That was not me. Do you have a favorite stream moment throughout the 7 years?
Were you laughing through my
There's a
hole?
few. Oh my God. Whoever chose high school as a maniac. Let's go to Edgefield. That's a smaller map.
Edgefield's fun.
Okay.
But we haven't done prison yet.
Oh my God, Kill. God damn it. Finished helping a friend with the weekly. Very nice. Very cool. Definitely one of my favorite moments. The moment I got partnered was a very memorable moment. Because it was literally the day after Christmas.
Wow, useful info, thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, someone might.
Case 9.
Nothing, just good.
Case 941. Temper. Capture 3 unique videos of the video camera. Capture 2 unique paranormal sounds of the sound recorder. And capture a photo of the ghost. And by the way, don't let someone in the group have a smudge stick.
What's in here, back of the neck beard? I need you to calm down.
Whoa, hey,
Yeah.
whoa,
Yep, that's
whoa.
right. Calling you out.
Listen, I'm not a believer in manscaping. Calm down.
You're not sponsored by Manscaped?
I trust me, I am not.
I can tell. I can see that. Get him a blood moon. I can't just get him a blood moon. I already gave him one, to be fair. Not there. Ooh, there we go. I got the juice.
I was gonna say that the power's not in the basement, so that makes sense.
That does add up. What do we got?
None.
You're doing what in there? Kill, have you been in this room?
No.
The
I
closet.
started in the first room at the top of the stairs, and I've been.
Oh, the closet door's
Hey,
open.
it's in the front room by the
Oh,
front.
it was awkwardly ajar. Okay. But at least we know that's open, though. Roger that.
The bone is also here as well.
Ah, coinky dink? I think not. Oh, cool. I recorded a sound that didn't record. Oh, never mind. I did. What the hell?
It's you. The ghost.
Oh, he knocked a photo down. It's a reckless ghost.
Oh, uncultured swine. I'm ready.
Oh.
I can imagine being a jar. It's quite.
Found the bone, Doc.
Thank you.
But I already. It's in this.
I'm a little curious as to like
What?
who goes into this room and decides this is where they go.
That's the timeout seat. That's the timeout chair.
Oh,
That's where Granddad goes.
these cock chairs are getting real colorful
Whoa.
and weird.
Wait, look at this painting.
I know, it knocked it down.
No, it's like moving for me.
Oh, not for me. Feeling antisocial but want to be included. Give me my Cheetos and shut up. What'd he say? Hey. Said the ghost. We have ads coming, friends, in like 4.5 minutes. Just a heads up.
Yeah. All right.
We'll do the good wheel after we're done with Friendo games. I am playing with Kilo 7 and Documentary.
Pick a card, any card.
Oh, the middle.
What? I'm not drawing any cards. It'll be a feckin' hangman.
But ma'am. Pick any card. Credit card. Okay, I'm getting this, this, and this. I'm trying to save lives here. Hold on. Give me this.
Easy. Easy.
Wait, where did my lungs go? What did you do?
Oh, is it my turn?
I pulled the card. You're gonna be fine. Yeah. Oh, what'd you get?
Kermit. Kermit.
See, kill. Now
that
you
herpes?
should go.
Kill, kill,
Now
go, kill.
You should go, kill.
I'll pull them all. Hangman? No.
I'm ready.
Okay.
What was it? Oh.
See, I told you.
He said, okay. All right, we have to bring him back to life, Kill. Kill, we've got to bring him back. We've got to try. Ghost fart. Look out. I got a ghost photo, though. Let's go.
Tower.
We wouldn't get 2 hanged mans, would we? Ooh, spicy. Why is it spicy?
Wait, what?
What'd you get?
Go to jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200.
You won the beauty contest. Collect $20. Wheel of Fortune, red. Cav, thank you for the biddies, dude.
Oh, Wheel of Fortune green.
And that was it, wasn't it?
That's it.
Oh, man. Well, do you have anything to say?
I told you, Doc. I told you. I even warned Hangman, and then you picked it up and pulled
You
it
did.
anyway.
There was some hella foreshadowing for sure. The joking, I got a hanged man to the actual hanged man. That was fantastic.
It's just stream delay, that's all.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's true. Came from the wrong mouth. I got it. Hey, Night Raptor, good to see you. Difficulty, we're playing on Nightmare.
I'm miles
well,
away from...
I mean, I'd say we could make it hunt and see what it is, but like, I don't want, do we just guess and go at this point? He does. KIL_07.
Anything, has it?
No, it really hasn't. Not with us here. If it's in the room with us. We also could have like hindered its Oh, it's hunting kill. So about that whole nothing thing. Got it. That's a dead dock on the ground. Yeah. Like, it could have waited till he was actually dead.
Chat. Oh.
Wait a minute. But the shadow's here. Okay. You were saying?
Looking in your chat and saying, is that a dead duck on the floor? I kind of feel it needs, or are you just pleased to see me?
Okay, where did that hunt from? Ooh, it's here. It's hallway. Okay, I'm just a little curious. Do we have orbs anywhere? I see no orbs. I at least wanted to get some kind of evidence. My God. Sunflower, thank you for the 2-month prime. Bring that, let's bring that, bring that. I just want an educated guess, you know? We have UV.
Yeah.
It's not gonna provide writing. We don't see orbs. I don't know. I'd say phantom, but I have a ghost photo, so it can't be a phantom. But then in the hunting video,
right on the photo.
the ghost is not there. So it's like,
have we
what?
Attempts at any point?
It's probably been a little bit since I've checked. Yikers!
Oh, look out!
What? 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 Do we have a thermer anywhere, Doc? Is it under your corpse? No, I don't think so. Pixel, thank you for the sub. Yeah, give me that. All right. Well, if it's a mimic, we would have orbs, and we don't see orbs anywhere. Oh, I forgot I left it over here. Kill, 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 not literally kill. Killing is wrong. Not freezing. Ghost is kind of everywhere.
Oh, he's right there.
Right here. No EMF 5s. Only UV. No freezing. No orbs. What?
No ghost then.
What? What? Oh, I haven't tried this. Oh, that's a good point. One more try. All right, we're almost done, Doc. I promise. Did you think you saw orbs? Wait, what? It did not. Did it really? Is that behind me? Yes, it was. Are you sure you saw that? Okay, I get it. Spicy short shanap. I see no orbs anywhere. None. Nilch. Nada. Zippo. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Leave that off. downstairs. Wait. What? Wait, I thought I just... What? I thought it was hunting. Did you see the camera? Frozen, think of it as 7 months. Pixel, think of it as biddies. I'm waiting. Come on, lady. No, she seems normal speed. Big Bad Iron, welcome in. Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Are you near? Where are you? Are you here? Where are you? Did it? Let's see what happens. That came from garage again. I don't know what sound I just heard. I needed to come back downstairs though. There we go. Where are you? Are you here? Wanna keep roaming on me, prick? Yeah, that's how we get you. That's how we get you. Oh god, wrong room. Just get it during a hunt. Mm-hmm. Ghosty thought. Ghosty thought. Unathana, thank you so much, friend. All right, so we have Spirit Box and we have UV, sir. So I don't think Phantom, unless I got ripped off. It's not a Phantom. No Mimic. That's a Galu or a Polty, and it's normal speed. It's walked in. I mean, with the crucifix bites and all the equipment and stuff. I mean, yeah, it's got to be a poultry.
I bow to your beginner's luck.
Thank you.
And will agree.
Thank you. The camera went flying across the hallway. Oh, I wonder what that would have looked like from here. That would have been pretty badass. All right.
Wow, I mean, it's...
Go on, Polty Doc.
But to just shaking a fair bit.
Man, just imagine though, the camera gets lifted up and just yoing. Well, we tried. We tried. We tried. If it's a Phantom, then I got absolutely ripped off because that ghost was in the photo.
Welcome back. I've prepared some jobs for you.
Power of deduction. All we need is a Mr. Chingus.
Pretty good.
Huh?
Pretty good.
Pretty good, pretty
I
good.
said I got a great view of the camera going.
No, you did not.
No, I did. It went.
Were you in the truck and you saw it go?
I wasn't in the truck. I was standing right there, dead.
Oh. Standing right there.
And then it went,
dead. I thought he said standing right there. Damn. I was like, oh my gosh. He's so aggressive.
Bill, I want you to know that I took that
Hi,
Hanged
sissy.
Man card for you, so you could enjoy the cards again. That's what happened there.
The foreshadowing is just
Drawing it
impeccable.
before I did, though.
Yeah. Wait, say that again. What?
If you were taking it for me, wouldn't that have meant that you should have drawn the card before it was my go?
I was getting it
fact that
before it
I
came
went-
back around. Yeah. Because it was going to come back
okay.
around. Yeah. Okay. For you?
It
for
definitely wasn't
friendship.
you ignoring my sage words of advice.
Okay. Okay.
I heard
Listen,
him.
just
I
because
heard
you're
him say
here with
it.
2 underlings, myself and FlashForce, does not mean
I heard
that
him
you
say
can
it.
start.
He said, "Oh, Hangman, it will be."
Bow before me.
Okay. All right. I think I got time for like one more quick one,
Okay.
and then I got a buzz.
Roger that. All right, sir. Do you want to pick it?
Prison.
It's glutton for
Man.
punishment, man.
Okay.
He just doesn't stop, does he?
A quick
Doc
one.
loves random. He loves random.
Who said that? Who said
Your
that?
face hole.
Wow, I am in 8th grade again. Here we are. Holy crap.
Oh, it's
Not
okay.
literally kill.
Killing is rock. What is the best map? That is subjective, but I like Willow the best.
All right, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before
Don't see any
starting the
orbicals.
investigation.
Random blood moon?
Okay.
No.
Anything
There have
else
been
that's
reports
important?
of a cursed object nearby.
Oh, I heard there's a cursed object
You
nearby.
always just take a look
Yeah.
at the equipment. Like,
You may be
Yeah.
able to
I've seen
use
it already.
to your advantage.
Yeah.
Now imagine
All
if
right,
they
here we
made it
go.
so that this VHS player you could actually put a tape in there and play something on the screen as like part of like an Easter egg.
Or if it could do like content warning, and you could save your old,
Oh my god! And you can
clips
see the
of
clips.
things and pop it in there. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Opportunity.
That'd be so cool. We can watch Space Jam on VHS. I have Space
Case
Jam on VHS.
942, Larry Kemp. I have a memory of team witness a ghost event. The Wendigos riding with the crucifix in capture 3. Not 1, not 2,
A 3.
but 3. Unique videos with a video camera.
1.
Thank you, Owl. A
but
3.
shall not fight for.
A 3.
3.
And 5 is right out.
Yeah.
Let's do that, and we'll do the video camera. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a long time, about being able to actually record the clips. They just don't have a system in place for it, which sucks. Thank you, Power. Pop in Nightmare and play that. Hell yeah. Play a game inside of a game. Let's go. We have hiding. Oh, super sad. I'm not seeing any herbs. No spices. Is the bench bug fixed? What bench bug? Kill, 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 kill. Not literally kill. I ain't got nut. It's invisible. It's literally invisible. There's no ghost there. Shenanigans. Absolute shenanigans. There was nothing there. Literally zero. It came from like over here. It is okay. Okay. Oh god. It's 6. Is it around the campfire? Oh.
7.3.
Oh.
5.9 degrees. 6.2. 5.
Can any ghost can do that? Any ghost. What it just did, where it seemed almost invisible. Any ghost can do that. All right, let's track this piece of crap. What you making?
We'll find out when it's finished.
Okay. Oh, the death barrel path? Oh, no, that's not fixed. That still exists. Ghosties in the middle. Yeah, that's not fixed. Absolutely not.
Box confirmed.
What did it say?
Taking a wee.
Taking a wee.
Not for nothing. The taking a wee does sound kind of like Kill. A little bit. Kill, I'm gonna go ahead and say the taking a wee sounds a little bit like you.
Oh, Kill, you taking a wee?
Taking a... Yeah, Kill, go ahead and tell us how you're taking a wee.
How many more syllables there are in taking a wee than there is in kill?
Well, yeah, but it sounds like you, so
Right.
that's cool.
You're not going to say your name first. You're not going to announce like who you are, followed by your actions.
Hello, my name is Doc. I am going to pee.
Mad Medic.
Just leave the mic on.
Too soon. Too soon. Too soon. Listen, why are we bringing up old stuff? All right, listen.
Yeah.
Which one did it just set off? Was it this one? We have no footsie doodles. I repeat, none.
Roger.
No, Flash.
Hey.
Hey, I'm Flash. It's really warm around here now. Oh, what? A wee boy? Is that what you're going to say? Oh, is it over here now? Hold on. No, the temps are normal. Where'd the ghost go, Brad? Hid behind the barrels earlier today, and the Revenant came to find you. Oh no. Well, even if the fire's lit, it should still be cold where the ghost room is, because the ghost is there. Ah, 7 degrees, 8 degrees. Okay, I don't know where it is. What are they doing? What seance is happening over here? What the hell?
What do you mean?
What's he?
Seance?
There's a lot of attention happening right here.
Right here.
Whoa!
I saw that yeet.
Chuckery? That was some impressive ball chuckery.
Got some nice ball chuckery out there, bud.
Yes, I admire your ball chuckery, Ghost.
We're from Ball Chuckery College.
He was arrested on charges of ball chuckery. Public intoxication.
And ball chuckery. All right. I think Ghosty is over here now. Hello again.
Oh, it's cold here.
Oh, because it was rubbing against the desk. Put it back on whenever we're done. Yeah. Soon,
I find thee guilty. Wow, more ball chuckery. Kill, was that your ball chuckery?
Because I put it there. Leave it there.
I'm not yet.
Don't touch her
professional enough
balloon,
to
ma'am. Hey.
Ball my chucks.
That's her balloon. You leave it alone. Don't touch it, okay? It's hers.
Watch this. Something's gonna happen. In precisely.
She's
3,
holding it because she
God, I
likes
hope
balloons.
so.
3, 2,
No, it's clamped.
1.
I love you. Goodbye. I love you. Goodbye. Isabel up?
You're making me look like a jerk.
It's very red. It's very red. Are you going to touch the ghost? Are you going to touch it?
You think it's right here?
I think you should. Yeah. You should try to touch it.
Sensing emotions.
You should touch it. It just wrote in the book.
Emotionally,
I just
or-
heard the book right.
Oh.
Oh, this is what he's been
Nice.
doing this whole time.
Did not care for that. I did not care for that.
I did not care for that. Yeah, she's a goofy. She's a goober. She's a goober. It's about to hunt him. So what we're going to do... Oh, did it just turn the power off? Here, we'll do this, and we'll watch from right here.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
It's almost like you're hiding for safety in here while I'm out here amidst the danger.
No, I'm just making some tomato soup.
Some tomato soup. Okay, fair enough. Enjoy.
I heard the front gate shut. Wait, is that a Dio? I'm taking a picture of him. He's naked. Ka-chow. What happened to Kill?
Be cautious.
Why are you following his cheeks? wait. Kill, what happened? He's out in the open. Did it spawn on him?
Kill. Not literally kill. I died to a dio.
That's the new rendition of the song's great.
Thank you.
I hurry. Got it. Oh my god.
Well,
It must have spawned on top of him.
I mean, that's a very generous assessment of this moment. I mean, I suppose it's possible.
I mean, I definitely assume. Assume.
Ayo.
Just touch it. It'll be fine. Here, I know what it wants.
The old pigskin.
The old pigskin. Because that's what it's made of.
The old
Pigskin. It just looks like an overgrown football. Ugh.
We're gonna eat ourselves an old pigskin, apparently.
Nothing? All right.
Gosh, fire is not making varsity this year.
My God. Oh, yeah, I'm very well aware. I know. I only have like $2 million in the game, though, so I don't want to like overdo it and, you know,
So we're gonna loop it around.
take any from anybody else.
The fire pit?
I
Is
thought
that the
so.
plan?
Yeah. I have no idea what the
Okay.
cursed object
Okay.
is, though. Oh, never mind. I see him. It's Frank.
Oh. Well, no time like the present.
To go touch the boot at all? Hey, Cheryl. How are you?
Hey, where are you going?
No, that, I mean, right here.
Okay.
Bro notes cheat codes? Yeah, skibbity. Yeah. Ball. Why'd you just turn into ball?
I do not want to be crouched while this is happening.
Why not? Oh my God. The
Are you a little singed? Are you a little singed, sir? Are you singeing your nuggets?
You're doing great. What you doing, bruh?
Are you kidding me? You suck! You cheat!
All right, maybe that'll be the thumbnail. Doc, it's literally Doc. He just died to a Dio. Well. Aren't you the popular one? What'd you do with Frank? Is Frank under your corpse? What do you do with Franklin? Doc, look out! Frank's having a roast? Where'd Frank go? Hey, do you know where Frank is? He's in the fire. Oh my God, Doc! You sick, sadistic bastard. I'm trying to get it where his legs aren't glitching into the ground. God damn it. Come on. Ah. There we go. Dio hug to join the friends. I feel like I can't do that because I just made fun of him for dying to a Dio, so I don't want to also join the fate. All right, make sure we got Dio marked, okay? Oh, I can see one corpse, two corpse. Super Sag. Super Sag. Dio's excited to have 2 kills in one game. He hasn't seen a double kill in years. Triple kill.
Welcome back. There's some jobs ready for you.
Aw, it's a doogie.
Kill, would you like to sing a certain song to Doc? Are you interested?
The song I would like to sing is titled Imagine Dying to a Dio, You Fucking Loser.
It's a really catchy tune. The title just rolls off the tongue.
You running around town with a Dio after you, and I'm like you.
It was a wonderful try. A for effort. A for effort.
I was astounded by my own incompetence on that one. The gate closed, and I turned around to look at the gate to see if one of you two had closed it. And then
Mr. Petit, thank you. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
So did it? Wait, did you say? Did it spawn on top of you?
It spawned behind me, but by the time I'd looked around to the gate
Oh,
and then turned
it
around
just
to try
was
and
like,
see where it was right there. And then I laughed heartily as Doc died.
Oh my God, the looping around the fire. Yeah.
Well,
Beautiful.
On that note, I think I'm gonna get going.
Okay.
Hey, it was fun.
It was fun.
This was great.
Had a great time.
Awesome. Yeah. Well. By the way, everyone. All right. This is Kill. This is FlashForce. Give him a follow.
Hey,
if
this
you
Doc.
want.
He's doing great. He did a great job. He died to a deal last round, but other than that, though, he does a really good job.
Hey! Oh!
Karma for all the nasty things he said about you.
Wow.
All right. But friends,
And
this
for
has
my
been
next
absolute-
trick. My turn.
I've got some jobs ready for you.
We're not done quite yet. We're not done yet. But if you guys are not following those amazing, beautiful, fantastic beans, you should be, because you're missing out on a lot of fun. Obviously, you can tell from just listening to them. So freaking funny. So freaking funny. I love those guys. Amnesia 2 days ago. What? Where'd you learn that? Oh, my magic trick? Oh, you know, that Copperfield guy, whatever his name is. What am I doing? Preset, professional, go down to ghosty, go down to evidence. We turn it off. We go over there. All right, we'll do a no evidence. Sucks. My God, how does one just get that? Yeah, we'll do a no EV run. We do them sometimes. I don't want to overdo it and just do no evidence runs all the time. I've said it a million times, but I like to not do no evidence. Like, I like to do nightmare runs and pro runs and things like that because I like to use equipment. And if you're doing no evidence, you have a whole set of equipment that you just can't use. So it's fun to try to get dots. It's great to look for ore. Like, all that stuff is part of the game. And for the most part, outside of Mimic, you don't look for any of that. So it's cool. Wait, what? What? Thank you, Sherlock. Thank you very much. I'd say we would do this whenever we backed away. So let's do that first. Let's do that. And then, yeah. And then stuff and things. Thank you, Mr. Song. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right. What's it going to be? 2-in-1 evidence gives you both worlds. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like to just do a little bit of everything. I like to do Nightmare, Pro. I like to do no evidence. We do APOC for laughs because we know we're going to fail. Although I did get the ghost right. All right. Moich. Time for some Moich. All right, give me a second, friends, so I can go find out what it's going to be. I remember hearing the song in Rocket League during 2020 Good Times. Yeah, it's just a part of a playlist I've had forever. I just add on to it. Yeah, it's the easiest thing to do. Hey, Stop Toxic, how are you? How does one win, Moich? I will tell you. All you have to do is wait until you see the pop-up in chat for the giveaway, and then you enter said giveaway, and you try to win said giveaway. That's it. That's it. Oh, let's see. Maybe. Website's kind of freaking out. Hold, please. When I click gift to chat, it's taking me to another screen. Sylvie, thank you for the 15 months. Callum, thank you for the Prime, friends. Fireheart, hello, thank you. Am I not able to do this right now? Ruthless, Twitch chats are not usually the place to try to find people to play Phas. You can always go to public lobbies or you can check Discords. Yeah, live streams, not a good look. Assembling the new desk, amazing L-shaped desk. Oh, nice. We might have to save this for another time. Because when I click on gift to Twitch chat, it literally takes me back to my main merch page. Something is broke. Cool. Unless I can do it directly from the fourth wall dashboard, but I don't think I can. Let me try. Let me try. I'm not giving up quite yet. Oh, fudge balls. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me try. Sign in with Twitch. Like I said, I'm not giving up. Yeah, I think their website's freaking out, to be honest with you. You're flashing? I know. Dude, like going to this website, oh my God. It's like, what is happening to their website? It's freaking out. Trent, thank you for the follow. Mirathella, thank you for the 3 months. Thank you, Fran. Thank you, thank you. All right. Let me see if I can do it this way. It's a bit more of a pain in the ass, but it might work. Maybe. All right, if I click that, no, that's not going to work. I can't do it like that. If I go to promotion, oh my God. Oh my Prime. Solly, thank you for the Prime. Lil Sin, thank you for the 8 months. Faye, thank you for the 10. My God. Is the color behind you blue or something else? It's blue. Yeah. Yeah, it's blue. Mrs. Blue, thank you for the big. Now, if I do this, I don't think it's going to work the way that I think it's going to work. But you know what, though? I'm sure as hell going to try. Like I said, it's a little silly to have to do it like this. But if it works, we'll try. Okay, you know what? I have another way to do this. I have a backup way to do this. I've got a backup way. Fine, we'll do it like this. I got it. I got it. We'll do it like this. Do you get anything only to streamers and Phas? What? Thank you, Donut. We'll do it like this then. If it wants to play, we will play. All right, guys, you have 60 seconds to type !GOO on the purple side to enter. And then if you win, I'm going to give you free merch. It's a really buggy giveaway site, but it's just, I love the aesthetic of it. And I love the way that it does the giveaways. So we're going to do it like this. Normally what happens is a thing pops up in chat and then it tells you to enter that way. And then it automatically does it like that. I can do it a different way. It's a little annoying, but it will still work and it's fine. Future, thank you for the biddies, dude. Noob, thank you for the biddies. So it's fine. Once 60 seconds are up, we'll roll. Whoever wins, you'll get a whisper from me that will be the giveaway link. So we'll just do it like that. I'll have to reach out to them and be like, hey, why is the website all messed up? This is the loud way to do it. I mean, yeah, but it's not that loud. There was a point in time where it was really messed up, but now it's been okay. Yeah. Future, thank you for the biddies. You guys have 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Three, two, one. Let's go. It is a little bit, it's usually a little more quiet than this. This is a good point. Thank you, Misty. And it's going to Peaches 976. GG's, Peaches. It's borderline the same thing. Like if we would have done, I mean, yes, it would have been a little bit easier to do it the other way around, but it's fine. It's fine. All right, Peaches, I am sending you a giveaway link, friend. With that link, you will be able to redeem the mug for free. Boom, sent. GG's. GG's. There we go. Done and done. All right. Well, I guess to keep it rolling, let me do this. All right. How about you guys decide where we go next? How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? All right. 1 through 14 in chat. Where do you want to go? 1 through 14. Future, thank you for the subs. Oh my God. Savage, thank you so much for the 17 months. Oh, fuck. I'll give you guys like a minute. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds to a minute to choose where we go. Why is random not on there before anybody even asks? Because that's all anyone would ever choose. So by doing it this way, you have to choose. Yep. You've got to pick a map. Thank you guys very much. Beso, welcome in, dude. How are you? Give you guys a few seconds. That's not how it goes, Kill. I swear to God. Doc, what are you doing? Thank you, Otto. Mr. Doc, what the hell are you doing? Thank you, Luna. No, thank you guys very much. If you've been here for a day, if you've been here for 5 minutes, if you have been here for over 5 years, I appreciate you very much. Thank you guys so stinking much. We're not going anywhere, man. And not anytime soon. For sure. Oh my God. Future. Mr. Doc, thank you for the game. Dude, Doc, I was laughing so hard, man. It's always so fun. My God. All right, let's end it. Where are we going? Nell's Diner. Yeah, you tried, Kill. Nice try, sir. Mr. Doc, thank you for the games. Future. Illogical Clown. Sub battle. Clearly no one likes Maple. Well, it's just not one of the favorite maps. It's really not. And fair play. I like Maple. I do. That's one that I'm not like itching to play at all the time either. Yeah. Thought it was Hell's Diner. I mean, it does blink to say die. Oh, the Ouija board. That idea was so funny. That was so funny. I was really hoping we would get some stupid response, but it was so difficult to get it to happen. And then it just decides, okay, hide and seek. So stupid. No, thank you guys. If you weren't here, the way that I explain my streamiversary is that I go by my affiliate date, and last month was a little bit crazy, but it did happen at the end of March is when I got affiliate in 2019. It'd be funnier if Slender Man chased you around. Oh my God. Been watching the Granny vid on the tubes and saw you were live. I hope you like. I hope you dig. Everybody loves a good dusty trail. Absolutely. Talvanor, thank you for the subs, man. Oh, great. Do I just do the bad wheel and get it over with? Loved it. I'm so glad. Thank you. Thank you. I was even like, okay, I'm gonna make this thumbnail stand out a little bit. So went a little sweaty on it. Wheel fun? Is it wheelie fun? All right, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Just get it over with. Oh, the color, it's been broken for a while. Beans. Yay. Yippee skippy. Hooray even. Maybe not for you. Okay. So when I do these, I don't just do a bean. I do a handful. At least it wasn't soda. Yeah, I haven't had one of those in a while. Thank you, guys. Future, thank you so much. Mira, thank you guys for the biddies. My goodness gracious, man. Thank you, Sam. Welcome in. Hello. Of course. No, of course. It's good to see you. I was telling my chat the other day, because I'd never visited your stream before, but I knew you streamed from social media, from us following on socials. I was like, oh, I know who that is. It's like, I recognize her. It's good to see you. It was a very warm welcome. We appreciate it. Love playing to my Sunday nights around the stream now. Me and the kids love the stream. Oh, get out of here. You knock it off. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, I had one of my kids' friends be like, I follow. I'm like, don't you dare. It's like, don't you dare follow me. Don't you dare. All right. Got a handful of beans. Delish. Let's go to Nell's where we can make some more food. Thank you. This is a no evidence run, by the way.
Alright, we're here. Take a look at the equipment and prepare accordingly before starting the investigation.
Why is it always old bandage?
Whoever was here must have summoned the ghost with a cursed object. Investigate it, but be careful. We don't know what it's capable of.
So good. It's like stink bug or something. There's no drops anywhere for Phasmo. There's no drops anywhere. Yeah, I'm not sure where you saw it. There's not anyone happening. Oh my God. It just doesn't go anywhere, man. Must have been an old video. Oh, what video did you see? Holy mug, Batman. I love this mug. I love this mug. Oh, I caramba. Forgot who it was, but someone before your stream was saying drops here and he was playing Phas. Do you remember who it was, KS? If it's somebody that's saying they have them right now? Because if that's the case, I would love to know who that is. Have you used the Nels mug? No, I'm not going to use it. No, the Nels mug is here for decoration. The Nels mug is not going to be used for actual coffees. No. I also just like really large mugs. Yeah, let me know, KS. I'd be very curious because you also need to make sure they might be a part of the Twitch, whatever drop. There is a drop program that some people have where they can make their own. Doesn't help that it was broken. No, but they did send me one that was not broken. Yeah. What does it look like? Error. I'm error 404. Thank you for the subs, dude. It looks like this. But do you see how small that is? Like, look at my hands. Do you see how small that is? Do you see what I mean? Look at that. Compared to this. Like, that's a mug. That's a mug. Look at these things side by side. Look at this. Look at this pipsqueak. Want to take a shot of coffee? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll put this over here. Yeah, no, absolutely not. No shot. Souvenir. Yeah, but it's cool. It's still a really cool mug. I still really enjoy it though. Tier 1 versus tier 3 mug. That's funny. That's good. Okay. Are you doing any new merch? Working on it. Yeah, we're working on it. Working on some new ideas. I'm having someone else work on something for me. Phoenix is working on something as well, and we're trying to finalize some deets on that. I have some merch for any of my Chaos crew members here for Patreon. There's new stuff coming for that too. Yeah. Could I show you shimmy spots? I don't know what the shimmy spots are because I don't use them. Yeah. If you're talking about shimmy spots so you can do APOC 3 and like get behind stuff, I don't do that. Yeah. Hey, appreciate you, Juju. Thank you, friend. Oh, I didn't even look to see what the hell it was. Judy Alexander, sound recorder, firelight, and okay. Let's go. What are shimmy spots? Shimmy spots are places you can go to basically make the ghost bounce back and forth to borderline be invincible. Yeah, you can still get got if you're not paying attention, but for the most part, the ghost can't kill you. Yeah, I don't typically do them. I do them sometimes. So like you'll see me do it over at Bleasdale. You'll see it at the piano. You'll see it happen at Maple Lodge over at those picnic benches at the front. Those are shimmy spots. Literally shimmy back and forth. Is there one on Nels? I have no idea. I don't know. Watching on YouTube for years. Finally came over to Twitch. Welcome over, dude. If Ghosty turns on the TV for Nels, I mean for Dusty Trail, gonna lose it. The barrels, yeah, that's a fair point. They fixed the one at Ridgeview, so maybe they fixed all of them. Which one at Ridgeview? You talking about the one near the living room? Are you over near the bathrooms? Yeah, okay. Well, good. I'm glad they fixed. God damn it. Of course you're here. Oh, man, it's the circle, too. Ugh. God damn it. Yeah, shut up. Here, enjoy Dusty's Trail while we get stuff.
Follow the path of Dusty's Trail, oh, Dusty's Trail.
Are there any shimmy spots? Well, that's literally what the person was just asking me. Like I said, I'm sure there are, but I don't know what they are because I don't pay attention to them. Yep. Outside of the two I was just talking about, Bleasdale and the one at Maple Lodge, I don't know. I don't bother to care about it. But some of the APOC 3 folks that do a lot of APOC 3 runs, they would know about them. They would for sure know. Your 5-year-old wants a goo. Wait, do I need to start making merch for like kids merch? Oh, wrong lights. God damn. I like to go the other way. I like that way. There we go. You son of a bitch. You gonna fart on me? Kid would wear one? I mean, I could get some merch that's specifically designed for kiddos. You know? And then I could ask my kiddos, like, hey, is this something you guys think would be cool? You know? You don't use shimmy spots and don't want to say where they are? Do you know if there are any? Nikki, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Dio, thank you for the 3 months, dude. Holy ghost-a-roni. 3 months, so beautiful out. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? You know I can see your feet, right? I totally forgot to turn up the TTS volume. I don't know if that's something I can quickly do, but I'm going to try. Oh. I was talking about possibly making some merch for that like kiddos could wear. You and Alex? But what about
maybe just me because
But why would he not be able to help with deciding on merch stuff though? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. You take, all right, well, take care of it for me, and then I'll keep you posted if I need it, okay? All right, thank you. Main alert, ma'am. No, stop, get out. I love you, goodbye. You know, you get bored, get out. She gets bored, she gets antsy. Tell me what the points I'm earning. Oh, channel points. Yeah. Thank you for the follow, Matt. Appreciate it. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where this is real fast. Maybe. If not, I'll just do it after stream. The kid shall be summoned. Like, I'm sorry. Did you need me? You got something? Get antsy. Oh man, she's a big ball of energy. Big old ball of energy. The TTS is up. It's at 75. What if I just do 100? Maybe? I feel the volume is so high already. I'm so shocked. My favorite movie is Forrest Gump. Let's see. Maybe that's... No, it is at 100. What the hell? I can't make it any louder. All right. I'll have to figure that out later. I'll have to figure it out later. I'll have to find a balancing game or a balancing act for it. Yeah, that's not going to work. All right, that's fine. All right, we'll figure it out later. Let's go. Run, Forrest, run. Glitch, welcome in. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. It already farted on me, so let's do that. And crucifix. Are you trying to achieve a goal for just playing to play? You mean, am I trying to achieve a goal or just playing to play? It's a no evidence run. I remembered. Thank you, no, not me. Let's make sure it's not a wraith. I remembered, and as I remembered, I read it in chat. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're not... Sorry, I got so sidetracked. I went full squirrel and forgot what I was doing.
Let's follow the path of dust.
I'm just here to drive the ghost nuts. He's like, oh my God, shut it off. Thoughts on the Alan Wake? I can't wait for the preview. That's gonna be awesome. Oh, sorry, preview. I can't wait for the event. I'm excited to see it. I know, I even set up dots. I literally did the whole shebang. I did the whole thing. EMF and thermo are one thing because those guys I use to actually figure out where the ghost is. That's different. I put down the writing book. Look, I went through so much motion from just us sitting here talking. Oh, there you are. Okay, he's gonna come back. I haven't played either Alan Wake. I want to. I do. Complete muscle memory. There you go. All right, so you're definitely... What's the ghost name? Judy. It's not an Oni because... It's not an Oni because of the fart ball. Or what the hell? I'm doing the wrong thing. Not an Oni. And it's also not a Galu. Red Dead 2? Nope. I want to. Trust it. Dude, I have a list of games that just goes on and on and on. Games I want to play that I just haven't had the chance. One of these days, Alice. One of these days. Oh, I didn't mark down Wraith, did I? The whole point of that was Wraith. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would love to play them. It's just time. Oh my God, Madison. Kill's favorite game. Kill's favorite. Give me the smudges. And I need a firelight. I need sound recorder. Yeah. Like this. How long are you going to be on now? Not too much longer because it is after 4 o'clock. I usually try to end around 4. Oh my God, hi, Baho. Oh, thank you, Eric. Eric, I heard you say it the other day, and I did the exact same thing. I went back and I was watching old Rust clips and just laughing so hard because I just forgot about them. Oh, the day. That was so funny. Ought to be a miling. I mean, it could be anything. Oh my God. everything. You on the horse, the clip of you watching Chibo fall to his demise, which I also have a clip of the same thing. We used to have a Rust server, and it was just for laughs, just for kicks, and we would play. We wouldn't even for the most part, we wouldn't stream it. It was just for fun. And God, there was just so many funny moments. Chiba bouncing around the helicopter for exploding. Oh my God. Like a pinball. Can't be a Galu, Oni, or Wraith. I know. Bear Island. I need another sound, please. Actually, can you blow this out? That's 2-for-1 special here at Walmart. I'll hold record because it's going to do it. I'm ready. Do I have any Phasmo merch? I mean, I have merch that is related to things in Phas. I'm literally wearing one right now. I have a Plushies Attack shirt that is Point Hope related. Yep. If you go to flashforcemerch.com, you can see all the different merch that's there. Thank you, Subaru. My group did the Knot Challenge the other night, full inventory. Oh, just like literally using no items. What is happening? Ghost? It's gonna blow that out by the time I go get the other one. I almost bet money on it. 42 months. That's craziness, Mr. Eric. Hey, thank you, Sphinx. Through a used canopy. You piece of shit. Ghost, where the hell you at, bruh? What you doing, bruh? Where's the ghost? Did it go this way? Very confused. I don't know where it is. Mr. Pav. 60 months. Good gravy, sir. Ghost is behind you? No, it's not. Even if it's a shade, that doesn't mean the ghost can't walk around. So even if it was. Men's bathroom. Mom, bathroom. What? What the hell? It's taking a crap. My God. Have to say the print on the top stays on after tumble and you can't say the name. Can't say the same for a lot of them. Yeah, I know. Honestly, the ones that I've had to rebuy are ones that I have worn just basically to death. Toes hungry. Oh, that's okay. So this is whatever. There we go. There we go. Shut up. All right, I got that. Got that. We need to escape it while it's hunting. Ooh, now we're within hunting range. That's good timing. This is what happens when our mother's not home to keep her occupied. Let's go over here. Let's do one of these. I need more smudges. There we go. Okay. Been lurking, cleaned up the house. Oh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. We have earlier this morning, I was so sick and tired. Our toilet on the main floor has just been It's been randomly hissing here and there, and it's not filling the tank occasionally. It was getting so annoying trying to like fiddle it to try to get it to work. I was like, F this, dude. So I bought a new fill valve and all that jazz and replaced it all and got it working. Okay, Ghostie's walking around. It's trying to hunt us now, which is good. I'm going to bring this so we can hear it and do the things. Angel, welcome in. Hello. Mr. Pav, how are you, sir? No, trust me. No, not at all. Yes, I was an electrician for like a year or two. Yes, I also did fire alarm protection for a bit. Definitely not things I would want to do now. They were like, hey, I need a job. Have a good one, Mira. All right. We'll wait for Ghosty. Thank you. Turn the page. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the biddies, friend. Electrician isn't bad. It just depends on the jobs you get. What settings? It's professional settings, but I turned the evidence off. So 0 evidence. Hey, what's up, Stewie? Thank you so much. Thank you. See all those sounds? Just cycle through your parabolic. When you have sounds like that, you hear all this crap going on. If you cycle through your inventory really fast and get back to your parabolic, all the current sounds will go away. Much better. It's got some wheels. It was too late. All right, we'll get it to hunt again. All right, so it's not a normie. Doing the work myself, it's not bad, but I follow the steps of another person who did the work. Well, yeah, that's true. I know. Like in my old house, the wiring was all kinds of jacked up. I had to redo all the 3-way switches and stuff. But just some of the jobs you have to go into, going into a 140-degree attic to replace a heat detector. You know what I mean? If you turn it off completely, you instantly get complete silence. Tips from Kill. Sounds like fun, Cheebs. You wouldn't believe how fun it is. Cheebs is our little outside bean. Hi, Mr. Cheebs. Cheeba! How was your day yesterday, sir? Oh, thank you so much, man. I hope that your 12-hour went so well, dude. No, it's not a miling. The speed of the ghost is very fast. So, we're gonna... You know what I might do, actually? Let's go this way. Is that a Morway? Did I hear an extended smudge there? Might try that one more time. Yeah, I shouldn't be going this way. This is such a stupid idea. It is fast AF, boy. What I should do is we should do a different test. I should take one smudge with me just in case. Did it speed up when it saw you? It was really hard to tell. It's so fast already. The line of sight speed is hard to differentiate. But what I can do is this and bring these with me. And when it starts to hunt again, take sanity. Not sure. It sounded normal to me. Wait, normal for... Oh, the smudge sound? Oh, yeah. I can see that. Thank you, Derp. Hello. You know what? I probably have time. Do I really need it? Nah, F it. Let's just go. F it, Jeff it. If it hunts on me, I deserve it. Is there another light in here? Oh, there. It's very loud. Good God. TJ, am I like, is this an interview? Is this a Hantu? Wait. Possible Raiju? Hold on. Wait a tick. I'm not taking sanity. Absolutely not. Hold on. No, it's definitely not a Moroi. No shot. That constant speed. I wonder if that was because of the electronics. That's a really good question. Give me this. Give me this. And yeah, right now what we're thinking, we're either thinking it's a Hantu or we're thinking it's a Raiju. Based on that speed, especially with it being outside of the ghost room, makes me think more like a Raiju than it would be a Hantu. It do be zooming. There's enough electronics there to keep it zooming, though. Attended the Odessa Trail, get some food. The wife will continue to watch on the TV. Have a good... Oh, thank you so much, Mr. 420. Thank you, friend. All right, let's go. Talking about being an electrician and getting a Raiju? Maybe. Yeah, that's a Raiju. That's a Raiju for sure. A little tricky, but the Raiju, I mean, the Hantu is going to be fast in a room that is cold, right? If I've had the power on for ages, then if it was a Hantu and its ghost room, it would be super fast, but all the other rooms would be warm, so it should be slower. But this ghost was speeding down that hallway, and it was really confusing when I heard that speed change, and it's because it got out of range of electronics. That's what was actually happening. Yeah, that's a Raiju. I don't know if I could tell the heartbeat either. I don't know if that was really standing out as something that I could tell. Interesting. Thank you, Houdini.
Welcome back. I've prepared some
For
jobs for you.
sure. Raijus are not affected by electronics that are already on the map, like the lights from the house or the building. It's the electronics you bring in. So your flashlights, your thermometers, your photo cameras, all that stuff. That's the stuff that can affect the Raiju. So if you want to be sure about it, what you do is you turn off the electronics for hunt, you turn on the electronics. But yeah, when it gets within range, also your electronics will get interfered with from a further distance with the Raiju as well. Nice. Very, very nice. Or did she leave? She was just sitting here on the floor. Bringing in those electronics. We were literally just talking about being an electrician. That is kind of funny. All right. That's going to be it for today, friends. Let's go find someone to raid out to. Yeah. YouTubes, thank you so much. Always, friends. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. If you haven't seen it already, the Granny video is live right now. It is already there. It's been there for a few hours. Go give it a gander. The first hunt was Granny versus Granny action. But yeah, let's go find someone to say hi to. Can he read put comments? Depends. Can we type? Those is on the YouTube side. It's already over. No, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Granny's gone wild. Granny on. Okay, listen, I'm gonna get flagged, Chiba. I gotta be careful. Hey, Ninja, what's up? Yeah, I gotta be a little bit careful about it. Thank you for having me with fire. Oh, God damn it.